Consortium for January the 31st, 2020. Sounds very futuristic, doesn't it? Night-night, Ed. I missed you. I'm sorry. I missed Ed. Ed's gone off to bed, but that's probably a good thing because we're going to talk Picard today. Hi, DT. I know you're not there yet, but I've started a live stream so you guys can all join me. So I hope everyone's had a good day. I finally got around to watching Picard this afternoon when I got home from work. Oh, I guess I should go into Discord. Duh. Sorry about that. I forgot to go into Discord. My bad. Hi, DT. Yes, I did.
Hello.
I'm an inherently bad person. What do you want?
I want to say you're just a terrible person. Terrible.
Hashtag mom's fault. Yeah, I am a bad person, but at least I'm a person who's watched Picard.
Dark, aren't we?
No, I don't think we are. I think we're doing a great job setting it up. Let's give everyone a chance to kind of catch up and see what's going on. And we can talk about it once everybody's had a chance to decide that they do or do not want to watch this. But I don't think it's dark. It's a little slower than I had anticipated, but not in a bad way. I think taking some time to set up what's happening is pretty good. But we'll get there in a few minutes.
Hey guys.
Hey, I still haven't done the new episodes.
Sorry?
Yeah, I still have not done the new episodes.
Oh, that new episode. Oh,
I've watched the new Picard episode, which was good.
Okay.
And we can talk about that later. But I figured I'd get here before you guys got here and do the new episodes. Everybody beat me to it. I got on, figured I'd have at least a couple of minutes, but no.
No,
So-
we have to start.
I'm finding that there's about a 40% sliver to shard return on doing this as long as you're scoring 2200 or more, which is pretty darn good. That's the equivalent of 5 particles.
Well, I'm now trying to figure whether made my ship for my Romulan. All the equipment is now epic on there. I feel good.
It's epic. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pop this here. Just be aware.
Go,
Yeah, there it
please.
goes. I'm drinking
Disruptors now.
Canada Dry Black Cherry. I haven't decided if I'm going to do any upgrades or if I'm just going to use the weekend to try and get my act together.
You can do both.
So, please tell me everybody here has seen the episode.
Yes,
right?
we've seen the episode. We will be
No,
chatting.
I haven't.
What? You have? No, you saw it the other day.
Shut up.
Guys are so brutal.
I know. It's like you're just going to spoil it on me and everything else. And
Hey, Calamari, thank you for the following. We
It's
appreciate
okay.
it.
We run Darkthorn. I mean, Darkthorn doesn't need any help.
No, Darkthorn needs lots of help.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of it.
Can I ask a question of the group?
Yes.
sure.
I got approached by a guy named Mark Green.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know who he is or anything like that, but
I don't. Just
he's
The Mark Green? Sorry, I don't know who he is.
he's written several books, and I think they've been on the bestsellers list. I'm not sure. But he wants to meet with me to talk about the potential of what I wrote.
wow, that's nice.
And I'm not sure that I should be meeting with this guy because
Why?
he seems to. I'm looking at the 3 books that he has on Amazon right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he hasn't written any of them himself. Collections of stories from other people.
Okay.
And he seems to concentrate a lot on the suffering of other people
Okay.
and how they become better as a result of their suffering. And that's not really my viewpoint. That's not what I think should happen.
Well, it costs nothing to listen to him, but it might not be where you're planning to go with your work.
Yeah. It's just this looks like a huge opportunity,
Well,
and I don't know whether something I should, because my concern is that this guy might like want to take what I have and run with it.
that's a possibility, but he could do that without meeting with you.
That's true.
So I would say meet with him if it's convenient. Hear him out, see what's in the works, and then you make a decision after that. But if you just say, no, I'm not going to, you might be missing an opportunity to do something you think is important.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to like ruin anybody else.
No, that's okay.
Whatever.
That's okay. We all have real life. I think it's important we address that once in a while. We do not currently live in the Federation, though maybe after the episode, that's not exactly where we want to be either.
No, yeah, it's rife with Romulans.
I like the Romulans, darn it.
See, the biggest problem I had with
Tell.
the biggest problem I had with the whole thing is that Star Trek has always been based on order and, consideration for what's going on around them. And this particular series doesn't seem to hold any of that as important.
I don't know that they don't hold it as important, but I think perhaps the original objectives of the Starfleet that we all grew up with back in the original series has been lost in a way that's very interesting, because that is how large organizations change with time. They lose, they can at least, lose the original guidelines by which they were created, as I think one of the lines was,
Starfleet has lost who they are, as Picard said last in the first episode. It's not Starfleet.
exactly, and then you hear the Commodore talking, or was it a Commodore?
Yeah,
The
she was a
Admiral
Commodore.
first. The Admiral first.
The Admiral, in particular, going, we had to compromise. We had to think of the greater good. And that's very Vulcan, and in some ways, it does float back to when Enterprise had a strong Vulcan input of the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one.
But here's the thing that I don't get.
Mm-hmm.
When we're talking about the guy who could have recreated Data,
Bruce
or
Maddox.
Data like whatever,
Yep.
he was in the Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yes, he was.
Twice.
Yes.
He was the one that was doing all this stuff, and then he just kind of disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they don't get his character again, I don't think anybody's going to notice. I mean, the diehards will, but I mean, a lot of people just won't. The concern that I have is that at that particular point in time, everybody loved androids, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else even close to that. But when they come to the first part of the second episode, they show nothing but disdain, and they treat these guys like trash for no reason at all.
Hang on. Let's go back here.
Yeah,
Let's go back. May I?
Yeah, how about we start from the beginning, maybe?
That was in the very beginning.
I'm going to go back to the point where they had the trial to determine if Data was sentient.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that is way back.
Which is way back, which is where we first met Bruce Maddox. Remember Picard's concern in the arguments that in recreating Data, they would create a slave race.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what those androids were. Picard's words: it was a slave race.
Okay,
Shut
that
down,
much,
they're sent directly to work.
that much I understand, but I don't remember the episode. I mean, entirely clearly, but at the end of it, didn't he?
Measure of a Man, I believe it was.
Didn't they prove that androids such as Data were considered sentient?
Yep,
They
but
they proved that, or they agreed that Data was sentient.
right.
But not...
That Data himself, but not the race.
Right. Yeah, sentience isn't something that you could...
Basically, the episode's point was if Data was not declared sentient, he was going to be sent over to Maddox to basically be disassembled so that Maddox can figure out how it was put together to create more androids.
So the bigger concern that I have about the whole thing is that even if Data himself was the only one considered sentient, Starfleet is built up on accepting differences in people.
Yes.
And so they have very cybernetic races already.
Yes.
They have Borg that have come back that still serve within Starfleet and accept them with no problem at all.
But we're talking about artificial beings, and we are talking about an army
The
Which-
same thing was said about black people back in the 1600s.
Mhm.
They didn't think they were real people.
They're-
And so, I mean, it's just
and you're now seeing the parallel.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is written trying to draw on some historical precedences.
the whole thing I was just trying to point out is that it goes against everything you think of as Starfleet.
Yes,
Right.
it does.
Exactly.
And it cheapens the image, it cheapens the ideal, and it cheapens the interest of Starfleet.
It does, but you get back to the issue that I keep running into, which is organizations change over time, and an organization that wants to be in power is going to compromise the morals and the tenets that were the original founding morals and tenets in order to gain, acquire, and maintain that power. So yeah, all those things that we feel are Starfleet, they may have, over the course of time, opted to not follow that. And we know that that happened. Yeah, it's a good conversation, Augmented. You're welcome to visit us and chat about it. But it really has changed. Organizations change. It's the reason why you see people who are passionate about something at the beginning leave, because it changes over time, or even over short periods of time, to reflect different goals. And like I said, we actually see that in a couple of episodes, even going back, I think, into TOS. Certainly in TNG we see it.
Well, in TOS and TNG, my opinion is that they were trying. Gene Roddenberry was trying to promote this idea that even people that were tremendous leaders still needed people around them to accomplish what they were going for.
Yes.
And in this newest series, they're looking at these tremendous leaders as being burdens. And now people are being despotic. They're trying to say what I think matters and what no one, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
And may I?
Yeah.
Mom?
Let's look from where we were politically and socially when TNG was on to where we are now. Is there a parallel? Yes.
There's certainly a parallel. You're right, entirely right. But I have the same problems with our current political system.
Exactly. And Trek's biggest strength was always holding a mirror up to society. There's
I
your
wish
mirror.
I understood the politics of the '60s better than I do.
Loser from Tokyo, yes, I can sit here and do particles and not want to stabilize them, because I'm trying to actually make a conversation, but just for you, I will stabilize this particle. Just for you.
Oh, you're
I really
suffering
enjoyed-
to stabilize particles.
I really enjoyed the visual style of Picard so much more than anything else I've seen before in Star Trek.
I liked it all except for the one scene in the Commodore's office when she's talking with the obviously counter agent from Romulus, or whatever they call
I
it.
think
Oh,
she's
goodness.
I think she's a freaking agent too. Let's be.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Well,
not
I get
subtle.
both of them. I mean, it's pretty clear. Both
But
of them are.
It was getting really annoying to have these weird down-up angles with the bright lights coming in behind them. It was a little too artsy in that one scene. And then it goes back to really normal, palatable stuff.
Mhm.
I do think the writing is pretty good. It's a little bit obvious in places. For example, when you are looking in on the redeemed Borg cube and you hear the very hushed voices doing expository, and even before it came in closer to the scene, I'm like, sounds like two people in bed. And what do you get?
Mhm.
Two people in bed.
Yeah, that part I didn't like at all. I'm all about people showing that they like each other, showing people that they're connected in some kind of
Do
way.
they
But you
like
don't
each
have
other?
to do that through sex.
Or is our Romulan spy person just trying to go get close to the android, which they know is an android?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. Is he freaking James Bond, or is he actually a decent spy? Because James Bond sucked as a spy, and the only way he accomplished anything was sleeping with people.
I don't have a problem with that. I just thought that if you're going to do expository dialogue, maybe there's something a little more creative, but maybe not. Maybe that's the best way. Maybe that's the easiest way.
Mhm.
But again,
Maybe it's a way they're trying to establish that narrative. Who knows?
possibly.
See, I mean,
Go ahead.
from my point of view, My background is all applied psychology. I saw nothing but, in the characters' interactions, they were doing, at least I think that's the way the writers wanted to come across, is that they were going through the motions of what they thought they should do, and they were letting their passions ride them. Every single person in the series was letting their passions ride them.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them were doing anything because of any objective desire for something better. They just wanted to satisfy their own curiosities. And that doesn't sound like Starfleet either.
Well, yeah, but those people aren't Starfleet necessarily.
Picard was, the Commodore was, this Lieutenant Spy was, our Admiral was.
Okay, so the spy probably isn't what you would consider to be Starfleet.
Yeah, let's be honest. She's a frickin' Tal Shiar made up to look human.
Or whatever they called the previous to the Tal Shiar. I forget what they called it, but
Yeah.
that whole... It's a cool idea to pull people in, but at that point in time, you got to bring Tashiar back, or whatever. Denise Crosby, is that what her name is?
Yep, that was her name. Is her name.
Sela was not Tal Shiar, though. She was just Romulan military.
Well, I thought in later episodes she was Tal Shiar.
No, Sayla's Tal Shiar. Not...
Actually...
No, not
Sayla.
Tasha. Tasha's never Tal Shiar. It's Sayla who's Tal Shiar.
I don't think Sela was ever established as Tal Shiar. They never went out and said that. I think they might have established it closer in the game, but otherwise, I don't think they did in the episodes. She always was just Romulan intelligence or military, not the Tal Shiar, which was their secret police at that time. Until we get to the secret police, the Section 31 of the Romulan Empire, basically.
Speaking of which, do we think the Commodore is the head of Section 31?
I'd be very disappointed if that were true.
It's kind of obvious, so...
I'd be so disappointed. I mean, have weak characters leading huge organizations that have been existing for 1,000 years.
I don't want that person to be part of Section 31. We had Section 31 to death in Discovery. We had Section 31, and right now we need time. We have the possibility of a Section 31 series, and right now, no Section 31. Let's leave that out of this for now. Because, and I know it's too late for me to complain about that, but it's sort of like, if you have everything pointing into that, it's just, it loses what made it special. It loses everything that made them creepy and evil and everything else.
I don't know that creepy and evil works.
You look at Luther Sloan and don't go creepy and evil. Look at it. Go watch those episodes again.
Well, let's get back to our episode tonight, though. So, where did it start? It started with
the flashback to Mars, where we found out what happened. While they're building ships for the rescue effort, something took the slave androids, and they rebelled.
And I wonder
and
what.
blew everything up. My theory.
Yes.
My theory is that the evil, creepy, bad Romulans got to them and hacked them.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I was just thinking that with all the things that have happened to the Federation during all the things at TNG and TOS and Deep Space Nine and Voyager and all that, where every one of their systems goes haywire for some reason that they don't know, because it's the hook to every freaking episode. Why would they think that it couldn't possibly happen in the androids that they built?
This is true. Now, let's go back even further than that. The idea of the positronic net was actually the idea from Asimov's positronic nets, which involved the three boy, I'm going to goof this one up here. The 3 rules of what are the 3 basic
laws of robotics.
Right, 3 laws of robotics, which is they can't harm humans, they can't allow humans to come to harm, they can't do anything that would result in them being harmed. In other words,
unless it violates the first two, the first 2 rules.
This is Isaac Asimov. He's an amazing writer for what he did.
Right, but
that doesn't mean that robotics has ever followed those 3 laws.
No, but the point was
Data follows those 3 laws, but who knows if since this was a turn-on, turn-off labor force, they were put in there.
Did they build these creatures, which we don't even know how they built them, but did they build them using the same rules that were put into Data? And if they didn't, then that was from a different creation process. What did they do to bypass it? Or did they do something akin to, what was it, Rule 67? Rule 66? Order 66?
Order 66.
Order 66, thank you. I mean, did somebody plan that from the get-go?
I don't know. I mean, there were a lot of the writers of this particular episode, according to some of the stuff I've been reading, were making certain hints towards other things that people have been in. Specifically, when Picard walked into the Starfleet headquarters and they were calling the Admiral over the loudspeaker when he talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nod to the character that that Stewart was playing in the movie Dune.
Yes.
And that it was assumed that a lot of people didn't know that. It's like anybody that follows Stewart knows what he's done.
Yeah.
But it's like the first time you've actually seen him in like a military-esque type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very nice little Easter egg, in my opinion.
There are quite a few in there.
But nobody kind of made the mention that Picard's dying.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Remember, if it is a return of the Irumodic syndrome, it's not in and of itself a death sentence, depending on which. So
it's like a new age type of Alzheimer's,
right? But
Okay.
it may not be that variety. We don't know. That's why they left that one open-ended.
And
Can I
yeah,
laugh
said
my
it's going to
ass
kill you.
off?
Of course you can.
Okay, because I just saw that GIF image in the memes chat.
Oh, I haven't even looked.
So
Hang on. In the memes chat, memes. Okay.
yeah, if you watch that move, it's like, yep, that's Yawaski, alright.
Yes, you do have to check out our show, Your Memes. It is very good.
Oh yeah, I posted a bunch of Borg memes and then went into the Ferengi.
It's level 12 in elites. I don't understand.
A level 12 in an elite TFO, and that's basically Yawaski's reaction on stream.
Oh, okay.
But God, he can sometimes go off like stick a dynamite.
What's our motto? This particular one is Strike Group, but we're in 2 different ones. 3? Are we in 3 different armadas or 2? 3, 2.
I love
whatever.
some of these Borg memes. Emo Borg says, "Existence is futile."
The Zotvosh, that's what it's called.
I was walking through a forest, a tree fell down in front of me, didn't hear a thing.
Okay, so getting back to the show. Opening sequence was interesting. Yeah,
Gives
us a little background. And then we go back to modern day Earth at the Vineyard. And there's a lot of expository recapitulation from the last episode. And again, it was kind of awkwardly done, though, with the cutting back and forth to what's her name, Daj's apartment. So it's really hard to tell did they go back, and if they went back, why are they cutting this conversation back and forth? I mean, I see what they're doing, but it's kind of hard to follow. And that's just more a technical thing than it is a content. I get where they're going. It's just, yeah.
So has anybody said whether
It's a
this particular
storytelling
series
point. They do it a lot. They do it a lot everywhere. So
It's
Isn't it-
awkward.
has anybody said whether this series is going to be canon or not?
Canon, yes,
It
canon.
is.
Okay, because it conflicts directly with the last episode of TNG.
How so?
Because at that point in time,
TNG last episode was all alternate timelines. So
Not all of it, just some of it.
well, I mean, the one that Picard was in when he started the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
it talks about Riker as an admiral, and it's made very strong
alternate timeline.
Mm-hmm.
connections that he's not in Starfleet anymore.
Okay, so that part where Riker's the admiral is a different timeline. Those are the alternate timelines set up by Q. But even though those are in a Q,
All the past flashbacks, except for Picard really going to the Enterprise, all the future flash forwards were alternate timelines because because things started changing.
right? So
I really want to listen to this, but I got to talk to my kids really quickly.
okay, go ahead.
Be right back.
So anyway, the canon aspect of All Good Things would have been when he has the flashback seeing Worf and Deanna in the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he sees them again and they go and play poker. That's canon.
Right.
The rest of it
Right.
isn't.
And actually, even that first scene where he was seeing them where they were,
Mm-hmm.
that even ended up being an alternate timeline because the second time was redoing that scene after everything got fixed. So literally, most of that episode was just Picard and alternate timelines.
Mm-hmm. It was all a dream.
By Q, your
Yes,
friend.
by Q.
Trial
So,
never ends.
so what becomes interesting is if that is an alternate timeline, the parietal lobe defect that he has in the alternate timeline might not have been real. So that he's got one now does not automatically make him vulnerable or be a first stage of Irumodic syndrome.
Yeah, it doesn't
We
have to be
don't
Irumodic
know.
syndrome, but as a Stargazer doctor, nice little nod there,
Mhm.
said it will probably kill you.
Yes, but let's be honest. He called this guy Maurice, right?
Yeah,
Maurice is not the name of the Stargazer's doctor.
actually, I don't think they ever established what the name of the doctor was.
Not
On
in this, not in the series, but in the books, it was Carter Greyhorse.
But books are not part of the canon timeline.
That's true,
so-
but they pulled a lot. Dr. Maurice, whatever. It is a genetic defect, but it doesn't mean that it has to have been spread from his father to him. It could be a recessive.
could be a mutation.
Could be a mutation. Certainly know if you're living in space for all those years, you are going to be more vulnerable to having a couple of cells knocked off here and there, giving you some free radicals.
Could even just be mutation that hit him at birth. We don't know.
Right.
Nobody knows. It could have been mutation for all this time in the X-Men.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a joke.
So the Irumodic syndrome and the parietal lobe defect, we don't know if that's actually something, but I like the fact that they threw that in there as being a serious thing, because remember the last one, he was commenting that he was in some ways just waiting to die. Well, now that's a thing where we've got a timeline possibly. So,
Right.
so it's time to get your butt in gear, Mr. Picard.
What we know is that he lives through this year because he's invited personally Whoopi to come back as Guinan next year.
Right, but we don't know if a year's a year.
Right.
Right. Because if a year's a year, everything that we've been doing in Star Trek Online has been happening it's all in 2409, right?
That is
24
one busy year.
Yeah, it's-
2 years.
yeah.
In 2 years.
Within 2 years. About 2 years, roughly. And
Yeah,
like
so
I
the
said,
last
that
decade is 2 years.
right. Which is bloody ridiculous for this game. How many wars did we fight?
Oh God, don't. How many wars do we fight that are still available, plus a whole bunch that aren't anymore?
Klingons, freaking
Oh.
conflicts with. I mean, we are just freaking violent bastards in this game.
Sphinx.
The sideline Dominion.
Star Genocide Online. Thank you, Trooper 1023. Sphinx points out it's 2411 now. Thank you. Thank goodness, it's been a busy 2 years here.
Welcome to Starfleet, where we make Starship Troopers look rather tame with our violence.
Yeah, we are good. The original implant wasn't replaced because it had worn out, but because there was a defect in it, and they had to replace it. And then, what a badly written episode for that aspect. That's a good point.
His heart.
Mar Hawkman says he got assimilated, so his current heart is a Borg model?
No, it isn't.
I know, but that would be an interesting concept, right?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. So then another thing that kind of got to me was we still don't have a lot of story on the two people in his vineyard.
We do, there is a little more in the prequel comic. They are both, at least the male was definitely the Tal Shiar also.
Okay, well, the woman acts like she was, but then sometimes she wasn't.
I got the impression they both were at that point. Because remember, she did talk about her Tal Shiar master and that whole point about this new secret Romulan police.
Okay. But we still don't know much about them. How come he's got an ex-Tal Shiar, possibly two ex-Tal Shiars, helping out at the vineyard? And
a prequel. It was covered in the prequel comic, which...
Come on.
I know.
You can't expect us to get a prequel comic. That's unfair.
Yeah, it's unfair.
But in general, during the evacuation point, there was one of the Romulan colony worlds, and Picard on his rather Odyssey-esque ship in that comic, they took it over, and the Tal Shiar, the male, changed sides and helped Picard regain his ship and all that, and stop this plot.
Okay.
So,
for those of us who didn't read the comic, a little bit of that expository stuff that we've had about everything else, how about we have a little bit about them at some point?
I think we'll see more of that. I think we'll see more of that as the series goes on.
Because honestly, I like the two characters.
I do too.
Yeah, I like that. We'll go and take him with them. She just was not having any of it.
Go get yourself killed. Take him with you.
Yeah.
Now, let's see what happens. Gets back to Starfleet and basically gets told, fuck you. Excuse my French there, everybody.
Especially after his little meltdown on a broadcast.
Yeah.
Still.
Well, he was really goaded into that one.
Of course he was.
He was goaded into that one, but it also points out, hey, there's a price to be paid for saying stuff like that.
Yep. But now you have to wonder, did they deliberately goad him into saying that? Probably they did, but was there a reason behind anything other than the ratings?
Initially, I would probably say just the ratings, because when you start putting too much conspiracy in there, it starts looking really stupid at that point. But what happened was clearly there was a price that was paid for that.
I hate it when the stabilizer things come back on over my screen. Ugh, only 1900. Worst one this so far. I still did good. Oh well. Let's see. Zilla, practice. The way I do it is practice. I do it a lot. A lot. Like a really lot. And also use your mouse. Do not try and do it with arrows.
Yeah, she grinds heavily at this point for this stuff, and
grind mom. Trooper, nice job. $2,500 is awesome.
I've been getting around 1,600 on average these days. So it's better for me because I don't do this anywhere near as much as you.
Mar Hawkman says, you think in patterns and move where you know the particle will be, not where it is. That's exactly it. Well, Pi, of course you have a stack of 300 of each colors because you're awesome.
Because you probably bought them.
No, you can't buy them anymore. I bought the 6,000 I have, but
It's because I'm unemployed and don't have a life.
I'm employed and I have a life, so that's been kind of my bane for this. Then I'm helping other people with. I got drug into, didn't have to pay for it, so I don't mind help. But I got drug into the Ark game, which isn't bad, but.
Well, I'm working from home for the next 2 full weeks, and my thought was, hey, I can play the particle game. That didn't work out.
Particles, oh you little particles.
I have been working so gosh darn much now that I'm not working at home, or that I am working at home, because everything's just a little harder.
So they're letting you work from home now.
Sort of. I still had to go in today because some of this, you have to physically be in the office to do things.
Yeah.
Woof. Who's saying woof?
That would be my dog, Nikki.
Nicky, sweet.
Her neighbors got their little flutes out.
You're so kind, you blow my mind.
God, we talkative.
Hey, Nikki. Sorry.
Fifi adores the birds in the backyard. My brother-in-law feeds the birds, leaves bird food out for them, and they drive her absolutely nuts. She will bark until they all go away, and they don't go away until it's dark.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe you could just move the bird feeder to the front yard?
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, we find out about the secret Tal Shiar faction.
Mm-hmm.
Or the secret Romulan faction. I'll find the name again later. I don't really
Somebody had it here. The Jad Vash? No.
Yeah, that's it.
Something like that. The Jad. Except they keep saying it different ways.
Well, everybody seems to have their own little accents. Oh, by the way, Mom, if you can get a chance to do it, you should watch the Ready Room stuff, and that's actually on YouTube. They're going into a lot of stuff with some of this, like how they did the Romulan makeup looks for this stuff. Those eyebrows were actually every hair was individually done because HD now. Just the little details like that and how they came about the makeup and things like that this week.
Oh. Interesting. Jat Vash. Ooh, hold it. Does that mean that Vash was behind this all?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it named after Vash the Stampede? Oh, come on. Somebody has to know Vash the Stampede.
I know Vash the
Okay.
Stampede.
Thank goodness.
I know the voice for the American version of Vash the Stampede was also the second Black Ranger on Power Rangers.
Really?
Really. He also voiced Ichigo in Bleach. A few other things too. He's done a lot of voice work. And I can't remember his name. Johnny Young Bosch.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
It took me a moment to get my head around the name today. So
Trigun is an interesting one. I used to go to anime conventions, and they would show anime around the clock. So, 3 in the morning, if you wanted to go watch, 3 in the morning would always be hentai. But 1 in the morning, you could go.
Demon City.
Hang on, I'll tell you a hentai story in just a moment. But, you go in and you get to watch like 4 episodes of it, and I'd get hooked on some of these things. Well, mangas usually do, but I got hooked on Trigun and then Moonlight Mile. But it was 3 in the morning, and I'm in a hentai room watching hentai. And, the room's dark. You get in there, you watch a couple episodes, and then they change it for a different one. So we all got up and left. And I'm walking out and realizing I'm walking out with the guys who are rooming with my son. And they're all like, okay, this is the most awkward situation. Unfortunately, one of them's like, well, that was interesting. Yeah, well, okay, well, yeah, not really my taste, but, when you get into Black Bible, and it wasn't Black Bible, but Bible Black, rather, and a couple of the other ones, it was a good moment.
Oh,
They don't
What do
go
you think
out with me
about
anymore.
What do you think about Princess Mononoke? I can't remember his name. Who made them? Like Totoro, my friend Totoro, and
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
I actually have it
Uh,
on
he
DVD
died like a
somewhere,
few
but I
years
don't
ago.
feel
Yes.
like I
God,
don't
what was his name? Come on, somebody out there. You know his name.
I,
Studio Ghibli, but the guy's name.
Should we really Google it?
That's what I'm doing.
I am
Googling.
too.
to the Google.
Hooray! Let's see. Come on. Miyazaki.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 8 episodes left, right?
He's
Yes,
not
we-
dead.
He's not?
No, he's
Oh.
79 years old. He's not dead. So.
Wow.
Oh no! Then he gave it over to his son. That was Because I think the son is running the thing now.
But let's find out. But that's the director. So let's find out if he's the one who created it. Yeah, he's the one who created it too. So
I have really weird tastes in anime.
I would have to say my favorite anime is Lane.
Okay.
I
don't
think
know.
it's the Serial Experiments.
Wow.
Very trippy, convoluted anime. It's great.
I think the thing I've been watching and is just so freaking weird is Food Wars.
I don't know Food Wars.
Don't worry, it's bizarre.
I was watching, oh God, what's the one with the giants that eat the people? Attack on Titan. I was watching
that's a
that,
good one.
and it's good, but then I found the version by Team 4-Star. It's stunningly good. Yeah, One Punch Man is cute, but what's really interesting, One Punch Man is a really interesting take on a Mary Sue. If you are perfect, yeah, anything you preached is amazing, quite true. If you are perfect,
It's kind of a parody of Superman too. So
so you really get into his realization that he can do a one punch and that's the end of the problem. So he starts playing with everything to figure out how to make the situations different without having to just punch out anything.
and he gets so bored because
Yeah,
there's no
exactly.
challenge.
Exactly. It's why, in my opinion, Star Wars, the last 3 were absolutely nothing because they're boring. They're really boring. You don't care if people live or die. They're just boring.
I care.
Actually, ones who would care live or die are the original characters, and then some of the more minor ones. Poe and Finn, I actually cared more about than Rey
Yeah, absolutely.
because they have stakes in this.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody else, it just doesn't seem like they have any real stake in this, you know?
Nobody has a stake in it. You know the ending from the beginning.
Yeah. The end is the beginning is the ending, yeah. I know.
All right, my brain is absolutely lost. Hellsing Ultimate, that was the one I was thinking of. Hellsing Ultimate
Hellsing, yeah.
Abridged.
Actually, you know what I really want to see again?
Hmm.
I haven't seen it in a while. Vampire Hunter D.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm trying to think of there's a quote from that it's for that little
And
thing
we have
that's
clearly...
in his hand that talks.
Yep.
It's like, you know what they say? Too close for comfort? That was damn uncomfortable.
But, I mean, we've clearly jumped pretty far off subject. You know what?
Yes.
You know what? Really, there's no real subject to this. We'll talk about Picard. You got questions, you got comments. We'll say something. We're good at that. But really, the first 3 episodes were directed by the same person, and it's all as they were saying in the After Hours point with one of the producers. It's all really just kind of the pilot, just kind of establishing everything. So we're going to see. It's pretty well done, and Picard's going to find its own pace afterwards with some of this stuff. Oh, and on a different note, because I'm completely random at this point, they have announced the second 2 ships in this whole 10th anniversary Legacy pack.
Ooh.
We have, based from the comic, we have the legendary version of the Odyssey, which is called the Verity class, which is based more off the original concept sketches. And then the other point we have is the Kelvin Intel Battle Cruiser, which is based off the Star Trek Beyond version of the Enterprise.
Hey, Trooper, 1023, if you need to post a link, just let one of the mods know and we can take care of it for you.
Yeah.
Happy to do so.
I got it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Because you are the pie.
But apparently, so far from every indication, these are only going to be sold in a pack, which is...
Yeah. And because of the size of the pack, it's particularly expensive.
But it's 10 ships. Think about it. And one tier 6 ship, which all these are, is $30.
Hey, Sarah1992, thank you for the follow. Hey, you just came back yesterday? Perfect timing. 10th anniversary. Awesome. When did you leave?
Better yet, if you had a lifetime, how much Zen did you have when you got back?
Yeah.
If you didn't have a lifetime, then not enough.
Perfect time. Oh, man, that'd be good. Think about it. Okay, that'd be fun. Yeah, maybe I will treat myself to the package. We'll see. How much is it?
It's going to be $195 initially on sale, so $100 off.
Oh, okay. That's doable. That's doable.
Let's open
19,500 Zen.
Now that's the.
It might be doable. It might be doable.
Now the premium bundle.
Premium bundle. You have 10 master keys on top of it. 10 Infinity research and development packs, once per account. 10 enhanced universal tech upgrades. 10 Phoenix prize packs. 100 Lobby. 1 epic Phoenix prize pack. Pi, there's your way to get it.
What's going on?
Pi has not gotten an epic token. I've gotten like 2, and he's how you keep getting. It's like I just buy a bunch for R&D stuff. I don't even need. I got everything in the epics, but he's never gotten an epic. And he was going, I never get an epic. It's like here you go. You can get an epic. You can get an epic with a big one.
How do I get an epic?
There you go.
I don't think I've ever gotten an epic.
I haven't. It's all the old event. It's all the tier 6 event ships from.
Oh, so you're just hiding things from us. You're hoarding them all. You only give it to
I can't give them away. They're bound. You can't give them away. Basically, I'm waiting until I decide I want to break them down. Then I'll just freaking break them down to Voth and Jem'Hadar attack ships. That's all I'm going to do with them.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, and you have a title with it, Legend of the Quadrants. Ooh, and $10,000 more. Ooh, once per account.
Ooh.
But to me, the title and points are not worth 29,300 Zen is the sale price for that one.
Yeah,
that's a lot of Zen.
It's not worth it. My opinion, not worth it. I could be wrong. People can argue it any way they want, but some of the ships might be nice. I don't even want all the ships. And allegedly, we'll see a warship, Intrepid variant. We'll see some sort of. Allegedly, we might see a Phase 2 TOS Enterprise, Phase 2 model.
That pack that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be an annex in there too.
Probably.
I've looked at the silhouettes that haven't been revealed, and I've already recognized an Odyssey, an NX.
All the silhouettes in their official point are Odysseys.
No.
Yeah, they're all Odysseys.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the picture right now.
Sorry.
Ship fight.
I'm looking at this, and
But
I
from what's-
see an
from what's an-
Odyssey,
I see.
and
I
I
see all.
recognize an NX.
I use the Yorktown variant. They're all the Yorktown. I use the hell out of a Yorktown, guys. I'm not trying to argue here, but
Not trying to argue, but trying to argue.
I'm
You're
right.
wrong.
Let's
But
get,
I'm
let's
right.
get back to the show
This
for a little
these
bit,
are the
guys.
reasons why you're wrong.
Let's get back
I'm
to the
not trying to
show.
argue, but you guys are all wrong, so we're just going to leave it at that.
I'm just going to go with my ideas because it's the only one that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay, so we've left
But
them.
then look at the bundle name. I'm pretty sure there's going to be an NX.
Yeah,
There's
there's
going to be.
yeah, there's go- Actually, I'd want to see some Klingon ships. I want
That
to
would
see.
be nice, yes.
I'd like to see a Katinga or something like that in this whole thing.
I'm looking. There's still a couple of Enterprises missing. And a
There's
Voyager.
about there. Let's see. We're going to have. There's an Enterprise E missing. There's Enterprise C missing. There's the Enterprise B missing. There's the Enterprise A missing. There's the
Yeah,
Enterprise
but I'm talking
1701
about
missing. There's
Enterprise.
the NX missing. There's 6 ships right there. There's the rest of your pack.
I'm saying
Angry.
that the one Constitution
So
that we
angry.
already see is going to have access to all the Constitution
Yeah.
skins.
Well, not
So
all of them.
there's an E. No, but there's the Enterprise E is definitely missing.
Enterprise E will probably be the Nemesis
NX
variant.
is mi-
The N-
is mi-
the NX we don't know if we'll see an
and
NX or not.
Voyager.
Voyager, Warship Voyager. I already mentioned that.
And then there's 3 leftover silhouettes, right? So there's 3 more ships.
Well, you said all the Enterprises aren't there. There's 6. There's 6 different Enterprises that haven't been covered yet.
All right, let's get back to the show so we can ruin it for everybody.
Yeah. Let's go back to ruining the show because I'm tired of this argument too.
Okay, so we left it with
Double agrees.
they're doing the weird little split. No, hold it. We left it where she was telling him to go off and basically die after ruining his tea set. Yeah,
She
really.
broke his tea set. I
But-
cried.
Did you-
Because he's going
No.
because he's going back out into space to go get himself killed after they spent so much time keeping him alive.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's not that hard to bring him back to life, right? Wait, it is.
Yeah, it's Star Trek. People come back to life all the time.
Yeah.
We'll just get some calm blood or something like that, and be all good.
You just
They
hit respawn.
privatize immortality.
You just have to hit respawn. Come on, it's really
It was only
easy.
that easy. Like, for sure.
Okay, so we do a lot of playing over with the Borg cube and the android in the Romulan, and all that was nice, but kind of filler-ish because it's.
No, it's a subplot.
I know it's a
because they were
subplot, but it's not well developed. Is what my thought was. Where are we going to go with that? Everything
Well
else is
developed.
kind of obvious.
Well, if they told you where they're going with that right now, then it wouldn't be much of a mystery, would it?
Well, it's not a mystery. I want more clues. I want a little bit more hint. I really don't get the relationship story because obviously it's not.
It's not a relationship. He's using her.
Clearly, but
I mean,
it's
I
not
mean, that-
interesting because he's obviously using her.
it's pretty. We're establishing he's a bad person. We know this. We're
Bad person.
Yeah,
Who's a bad person?
the Romulan guy on the Borg cube.
No, I know. I'm just
Okay. But the thing is, you have to think based on his role, he might be playing or might be able to be turned over to being a good person. Who knows?
See, this is the thing that I'm looking at, though. Is that it's going to be the whole love conquers all BS.
Thanks
it's
for
gonna
the
get
follow,
through-
Mark the 000001.
It's going to get to the point where it's going to be all hot and heavy and whatever, and he's going to be able to make his moves and finally complete his mission, and she's going to bat an eyelash and he's going to crumple.
I don't want that, but if he decides that the
Or-
threat from his master is too
or-
intense, that would be fun.
or it's going to be. It's going to get to that point. He's going to try to pull the trigger, and then there's going to be that last minute rescue.
Yeah, I hope we don't go too cliched.
I don't. I mean, I want to see this go dark. I really do. I want to see it's like I want to see him actually succeed in his mission, so that there's a big failure here going on. Data's legacy is dead.
Sorry.
Hey, come on! Can't I go into this dark and evil place here?
No, you're not allowed.
Too bad. We're there.
Well,
Oh crap! That's the wrong button.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm doing To Hell with Honor, and I just closed the window. That'd be bad.
To hell with honor. Yeah, where we actually go to the point. Yeah, let's actually be sitting on the ship end of an orbital bombardment, which I actually like. How many times have we been fired up from orbit in any of these ground missions? We're now the ones firing on people.
Every engineer can do it.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of why I like playing engineers half the time.
Yeah.
There's actually a Polaron bombardment module, even which is I think is universal or tactical.
I'm going to pull you guys back to Picard because we really have just the one last scene, because this is more of a build-up episode, which is, of course, the pilot.
One more part to it, which is next week.
No, I meant one more part to this particular episode was
arc, yeah.
where we met the pilot. So I assume we're beginning to put together our ragtag crew.
No, that's not.
We
the
haven't
pilot.
seen 7 and 9 yet, so they're not going anywhere yet.
That was his when this whole Romulan thing came down.
Yeah.
Again, it's from the comic. That was his first officer.
Holy moly! But is she not going to be the pilot, or is she just going to?
She's not going.
She's gonna hook him up with a pilot.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in fact, they said that if you watch later on.
Yeah.
If you watch into
I need a ship.
Yeah,
Right,
where they talk about what happens next and that kind of thing. What happens in the next
I
episode?
never watch that stuff. I like to be surprised.
Well, it answers that question. That's what I'm saying.
Well, fine. Well, the next episode
Even the
would answer the question.
previews, kind of answer that question because they show the guy piloting the ship.
I don't see the previews because the only time I watch the TV.
That was the trail. That was the trailers.
I didn't watch the trailer.
Jeez, I hate the Lucara.
Oh, are you doing that one?
Yeah. There's no point in doing an attacking Lucara at any point in the freaking game, or any point in the TFO. And it does astronomical amounts of damage.
You just got to tweak your ship. No, if
ship.
I got her down to like 22% on my own, and I have crap ships.
You can't.
No, you're not supposed to kill her.
I drove her down to 1 a couple of times just by myself.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
yeah,
she's at 6% right now. That's not the point.
But she'll run off, because you can't kill her because she's got plot armor.
Aren't you supposed to drive her off X number of times? Yeah.
You're supposed to drive her off. And generally, it kind of lends points to where we can't really hunting route. We got some couple people hunting if you really want to just drive her nuts.
Oops, that was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. God damn it. Sorry, I did my graviton displacer.
Yeah.
And I was flying right over one of the bases.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of difficult to pull everything off the bases.
I wonder what would happen if you used that near ground level with the walkers.
That'd be interesting. Well, if I have it, I'll try it.
Okay. So that's kind of where that one ends with him giving her a bottle of the 86, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
86.
Is that the 86?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, we're gonna go get drunk.
Not on one bottle of wine, he's not. Come on. He's been drinking wine all his life. It's going to take more than half a bottle.
True.
No, he doesn't. He only drinks when he's on Earth.
Well, he's on Earth.
Well, I know he is now, but he's not the wine drinker that like some people are.
Right.
Yeah, no. And I'm on water, not wine tonight. I was drinking wine last night. It was way too good. Hi, Slongzilla. Hi, Too Sweet Trekkie.
Welcome to our show.
No, they're in chat. I don't know if they're in the show.
Welcome to the chat.
They're fleet guys.
Yeah, I don't exactly have my fleet chat on. I got the big all-encompassing chat that I need sometimes, which is annoying. Because there's zone chat and zone chat's ugly.
Ow!
I know.
See, they have plot armor and plot weapons, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Because I just dropped her to
Kinda-
10% again, and
Kind of
she
like
shot
Borg.
one thing and completely ignored my shields. My shields are still at full, but I'm
She's
down to
got-
30% health.
She's got mycelial weapons. They teleport and murder you.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Sorry. That's bull hockey. Whatever that is.
Well, here's game-wise. Here's a point here. If everything was equal, we have people out there who do like, and I was reading something like that. We got somebody who does it. We got somebody who got the event ship and they build a torpedo build. It's doing like 400,000 DPS.
Yes.
Actually, close to 500,000. It's like that melts. That melts pretty much ships instantly.
That'd
Yes,
be
it does.
fun. That would be fun.
Hell, you see me. I do like 100. I do like about 120 on my engineers with some of my builds. I haven't tried it on my tactical yet, but I melt ships pretty quickly.
Well, I have a woefully underpowered ship, but that's the way it goes. All right, have we
Let's
done
get-
a decent job of covering over Picard and the inherent flaws in large organizations and their propensity to change in directions that we didn't think they were going to change into over a period of time?
And we're
Yeah,
talking about we're talking about.
I haven't
20
answered
since
your
we
Walker
last started
question.
stuff lately.
So how's everyone tonight?
Good. How are you
Alright.
doing?
I am ending myself of very bad frustrations.
Oh, what's wrong?
My keyboard and mouse, I don't simply put, they started just wearing out. Made it very hard playing games. I found an older set, but it was glitching in and out. And I've been doing the Omega game, but I couldn't do much more than that. And I just now got in my brand new keyboard and mouse that I ordered from Amazon.
Ooh.
And I am logging into the game right now to try them out. So,
Does the choir of angels sing when you do this? Oh,
well, they usually sound better than you do, but yes.
I was going to say that's not really Choir of Angels as much as like the background music on a bad Greek movie.
There are good Greek
I've never seen
movies?
any bad Greek movies.
I'm sure there's some good
actually,
Greek
I haven't
movies.
seen any Greek movies, period.
Oh, okay,
Really.
the movies that were out in the 60s, you know, the Gladiator movies and the
those are
Hercules movies.
Italian. Those are
Some were
Italian.
Greek. But they all had that
Greek,
kind of music in
Italian,
the
Italians are
background.
going to steal it anyway.
Are you talking about like Greek mythology movies?
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
The Hercules, and then there'd be the Helen of Troy movie, and more Hercules movies, and I can't remember any of the other ones.
Steve Reeves.
Steve
yeah.
Reeves, yeah, all those movies. The ones that you get to see on Saturday mornings on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I've
Those
never
movies.
seen any of those movies, to be honest.
Really?
Really?
You have such.
I've seen the stop motion Jason the Argonaut stuff, which
Yeah, that's in the same way.
I've seen that one. Yeah. It takes 10 hours to make Omega fragments.
It takes 20. Hold on, I thought it was 90 minutes. I haven't done it in a while here. Fragments to slivers is 90 minutes. Then
Okay, well,
then 1 hour, then 5 hours, then 20 hours.
yeah. Well, you have to multiply it all by 5, though.
Oh, okay. So you're doing the whole bunch, yeah.
Right.
So let me see here. Yes, there's Hercules Against the Moon Men, one of my favorites. Hercules
seen it.
Unchained.
Even though it's called Hercules versus the Moon Men?
Yeah, it's stunningly bad.
Okay.
sounds like it.
Oh yeah.
So long as we're agreeing it's bad.
Oh no, I mean these are terrible movies. Absolutely terrible. Hercules.
But it's still better than what Hollywood is coming up with these
So we're
days.
just talking about bad movies then.
Yeah, no, these are good bad movies. But the background music sounds like what DT was just singing. It's vocals.
Why am I targeting something 12 kilometers away?
Well, you can target them. Because
Because
you're not going to hit them.
because you're not as good as of a shot you think you are. Maybe, I don't know.
No, it won't let me target the thing I'm trying to hit. That's the problem.
Yeah, I have noticed that
You want-
the targeting is
Like-
garbage.
No, to hell with honor.
Yeah.
You can't target the things you're going for.
You can with your mouse, but you have to sit over there and click on them. Because I noticed the positioning of the cannon turrets is such that you can just make a giant loop around the entire perimeter and get them all down.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they stop shooting at you for some reason.
I destroyed them, and they keep shooting at me. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's happened several times. It's happening right now.
We're
Things that
going
are
back-
completely destroyed are still shooting
We're
at me.
going to go back into the Star Wars point. They don't like you.
Well, feelings mutual. Destroyed the same disruptor cannon like 6 times.
They have death marks in 9 systems.
I thought
All right. Well, let's do some
I got to be a
killing.
child.
I was going to do the new episodes tonight, but you can't team for them, so.
You can't team for them, but
So I will cover those in the morning. I will take those out of my description here. We will get those tomorrow morning. And I will also do a slight short tutorial. I was going to say a tutorial.
I want a tortilla.
tortillas. I want tortillas.
You're
Sounds
gonna
good.
feed us? The hell? Now I feel cheapened.
Tortillas with just like few seconds in the microwave. Put butter and cinnamon and sugar on them.
Morning
Really
tortillas
easy
or,
snack.
Morning tortillas?
Yeah,
you said you
warm
wanted
them in
to.
the
Mom just
microwave
doesn't
about
like
10
this.
seconds. Put
So-
butter and then cinnamon and sugar on top of them.
Tell you
Good
what, you
stuff.
guys
It's
come to
ordering
Vegas and I'll make breakfast. How's that?
But you're in Chicago.
No,
then
but
you're
for the
gonna-
convention.
but
We'll all go out
but-
for the
But
convention.
then you're going to have to go to work.
I'm already
When
at
is this
work.
convention?
It is August the 5th through August the 8th.
Oh, I'm busy. No, I'm just joking. I don't know if I'm busy.
Hang on. It
That's-
is August the 5th through August the 9th, I believe is the dates for it. The 5th is if you've got tickets.
Wait, you
get
said
it.
August?
August, yeah.
I may legitimately have something. I know I have something in August that weekend.
Well, get your butt
But
up.
there's a survivor's benefit going on in
Oh,
the Bahamas,
that's awesome.
and I'm part of it. I just don't know what part yet.
Well, you can still fly to the Bahamas from Vegas. So you could come out to Vegas for a day or two and
That's
then
a
fly
little
to the
bit
Bahamas.
that's a hike there.
Yes, it is. It is. Actually, I'm not flying to Vegas this time. I'm flying to Phoenix. It's easier to pick up DT on the way rather than going to Vegas, getting a car, driving all the way to DT land, driving all the way back to Vegas. Rinse and
got it.
repeat
I take it DT is in Phoenix,
in the
No.
vicinity.
in the vicinity.
Yeah, I'm about halfway between Vegas and Phoenix.
You're closer to Phoenix than you are to Vegas, aren't you? Phoenix is like, hour and a half away?
Yeah,
And Vegas is about 4.
that's not that long.
I almost lived in Prescott,
Not how.
which is 3
But
hours
you have
away.
to, but you have to say Prescott.
I'd never say that. I think
I
That's
can't
fair.
even say that. I live out here and I say that. I live-
No, we were looking at a house out there, and it almost happened.
Wow. Wow,
And I
that'd
was
be
go-
cool.
Kind of like
damn, we could have been neighbors, damn it.
No,
I live not far from this little itty bitty town of Miami, Texas. Everybody
Miami,
pronounces it
Texas.
Miami.
Miami?
Miami.
what is wrong with Texans and not being able to pronounce simple things?
It's not Amarillo, it's Amarillo.
Well, that one makes
It's
sense.
Amarillo. It's Amarillo.
It's yellow.
It's
Get over it.
Amarillo if you're speaking Spanish.
It's yellow. Get over it.
Well, our Comic Con, we call it Yellow City Comic Con.
That's cool.
But you don't pronounce it
Why
as
should-
yellow.
It's Amarillo.
No, it isn't.
Or if you're speaking in Spanish, it's Amarillo.
Hey, we live in
And it was
Chicago.
named after a yellow flower. No one.
But in
knows
neither
what
language
kind
is
of
it
flower
Amarillo.
is. But it was
That's
named
the
after a
whole
flower.
We live in
Oh.
Chicago, where one of the towns out here is Des Plaines, not Dipla. One of the streets in Chicago is Goethe, not Goethe. We say
Well,
it
I
the
mean-
way it's spelled.
That's Illinois.
Yes.
They don't know how to do anything in Illinois.
Oh yeah.
And I mean anything.
Okay.
In
Well, that's not entirely true. We're really
am
good
not
at corrupt
the one who said that.
government
Yeah,
officials. We're good at
you're
doing
right.
those.
That's actually a bad thing. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. You're not supposed to be good at that.
Well, it's one reason. It's
Now
one reason
you-
we're planning to move.
No, I'm talking to my wife and and two of my friends about moving to New Zealand.
Sweet.
And
I highly
got a
recommend it.
friend. I have a friend who's willing to sponsor me.
Oh, nice.
The problem is that he works in special effects and he secretly has my dream job, so I hate him for it.
I hate you. You're my best friend. I hate
He
you.
actually was my best friend when I lived in Vegas, and then he went and got my dream job. So he's a bad person. Everybody should really hate him. He just got put up for. He was one of the chief riggers for. Did anybody watch the movie? I can't remember the freaking name. It recently came out. It was live action anime.
Live Ghost in the
Battle
Shell.
Angel.
No,
Battle Angel.
but along those lines, yes, Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
He was the chief rigger
Really.
for that movie, and
Oh.
he just got put up for an award for it.
Wow. Well,
And
good.
so I told him that congratulations on
Could've
that,
been
and I
your
still hate
award,
you.
right?
Congratulations, I hate you.
See,
Congratulations, you
Leave
bastard.
me
I
alone,
hate you.
girl.
You must die.
I was a landscapes specialist, so I did immersive environments, and he did rigging. So it's how models moved
Yeah.
when things were good. And if you watch that movie, it's got some stunning rigging actually in that. And having been in the industry initially, I mean, it's just amazing to watch how far it's gotten. I mean, if you go back to Terminator 2,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's night and day. But I mean, Terminator 2 was good with CGI. It just wasn't as good as a lot of things you can
No, no. You want a good movie with good effects? You watch FX.
effects. What? I've never seen that movie.
It's about this special effects guy who uses all the tricks in the book that he has to fight off some bad guys.
Oh,
The
okay.
movie from the 90s,
80s.
80s. Is it from the 80s? Wow.
It's from the 80s.
Brian Dennehy, right?
Right.
Brian Denny. That's not the old guy in
And
like
Brian Brown.
all those law movies. Law
Yeah.
things. Yay, Reg Trace again.
1986.
Wow. I was 9 years old.
See, I was in the 6th grade, which would have made me, what, 12? Yeah, 12.
Now I feel old. Thanks.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
How did I get
Brian
there?
Brown. Brian
That
Denny.
movie.
Brian Brown. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that movie now.
I think isn't it where he makes like a clown something.
He's got the clown robot,
Suit some-
basically. And they hire him to fake somebody's death.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember. A really good special effects movie was Final Destination, right?
I've never seen it.
All four of them?
that's-
You didn't see any of them?
No.
Final Destination is the
They
one.
they took
where
all of the
Beth
concepts of
for
plot,
everyone.
talent, and communication out of the movie, and they replaced it with decent special effects.
Oh. Well, that's a good thing.
Ooh, there's the Ferengi collector. I'd never seen him before. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Python?
I can't remember.
Oh,
No, but I linked the IMDb page to you.
yeah, I noticed it.
They made a sequel to that. It's not as
FX2, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't as
It's
good.
not as good.
It's not as good.
But it's still a
There's
you know,
there are
Last
not
Jedi.
there are not many movies where the sequel is as good as the first one. Godfather 2,
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
That's about it.
How do Egyptians pronounce Cairo, Mar Hoffman? I presume they pronounce it Cairo. I could be wrong about that.
But then again, you can go down to Melbourne.
Yeah, you can go to Melbourne.
Does anybody know what the Romulan version of the strike escort is?
Romulan
I
version of
don't.
Strike Escort?
Yeah.
Give me a minute, I'll look. And
There's currently 651 ships out. I don't remember a fraction of them.
Because I'm looking to buy a new ship, and I wanted to make sure it was actually worth buying.
Well, I have, I think, 6 T6 coupons from various things now.
66 coupons.
Yes. You know how you could
Alright.
get one for doing something, and then there was a sale where you could get a master key and 3 T6 coupons that you could purchase, and then I did a donation for the fleet to something else and picked up another 3. So, no, I guess I've got 7.
there's only 2 strike wing escorts, so you don't.
There's
only
no
like,
Romulan ones?
There's no specific Romulan one, but since Romulans can use their faction a lot, ships.
That's the thing is I'm on the faction. I just wanted to know which
Yeah.
one I should use.
The strike wing. So you have the Earhart, and then you have the Sec for the
Earhart
Klingon
and-
side.
Okay, so let's go to escorts.
So they're, and considering it's a later bundle like that, they're both identical.
Wow, it is really rubber bandy out in
Mr. TT,
Yeah.
did you see what I sent you?
Yes.
Are you sending presents by?
He's sending porn.
Oh, okay.
Ferengi porn. The best porn.
What the heck is Ferengi porn? The women wear clothes or something?
Yeah, exactly. And they swim in latinum.
Okay, yeah.
That's about right.
You
Battle
watch
cruiser is
wonderful when you
not an
get it.
escort.
Yes, Ferengi porn, the women slowly get dressed.
Stop it! You're making me excited already.
I better get Umax out of this, I tell you.
Edison Temporal Warship. That's a cool looking ship. Jem'Hadar Vanguard Warship. All I want is a warbird with a hangar bay. That's all I'm looking for.
Ooh, I just needed a... I don't think the Morgu would help you.
Morgu is a great ship.
The Morgu's a
It's
great
good.
ship.
It's more qualifies as a battle cruiser by its bundle, but it's a great ship.
It's a great ship.
It is a beast.
I'm thinking about getting the reconfigured warbird, reconfigured Deirdrix or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The Derricks.
The Deirdrix warbird battle cruiser retrofit. That's a badass looking ship.
Mom, did you just die on stream?
I did die on stream. If you're gonna die, you might as well die on stream. Let
You're
everybody
not
know.
allowed to do that.
Hey, I can suck any place I darn well want to.
I
That
still
was loaded.
think we ought to arrange a little pilot race between you and Kel.
I think so too. Who's the worst pilot, Mom or Cal?
I got one.
Yay!
We
I
shall-
found one. A tactical
shall-
carrier warbird.
We shall find out today, ladies and gentlemen. No, you gotta do this like an hour. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. 2 great warriors who cannot fly to save their lives. will be going head to head in a match of the Titans.
They're both fleet, though. Both of them are fleet.
The question will
Yeah,
be,
but you're a member of
who
the fleet. You can get a
will-
fleet.
I don't have the stuff for it.
the question will be, who's going to hit the most stuff first?
Are they like the like stormtroopers or red shirts, where they can't hit anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, Mom and Kel. Kel, when you watch his streams, he notoriously seems to fly into every.
He does.
Mom, when you watch a stream, notoriously seems to be able to fly into everything.
It's because I'm not good at it.
Everybody's got to be good at something.
She can harvest particles all day, but she can't. But she just kind of flies straight into a black hole some days.
I have to embrace my inner ineptitude, you know?
Well, I mean, everybody's got to be good at something.
See? Yeah, earlier when I was running those Omega particles, somebody was going, hold on, you just did 2600 and you didn't even blink? Yeah, because that's not hard.
Yeah, but when we're doing gravity kills, right in the black hole.
Oh, come on. I only got one black hole out of the last 2 times we've played.
The last 2 times we played, I thought you were talking about spaghettification not being as cool as the other one.
Spaghettification is cool. I like spaghettification. It's a cool skill. Yes, spaghettification. It's a real word.
It's a real word
It is.
that scientists aren't even sure exists. That's not the point.
Well, the concept is that if you get trapped in the gravity well of a black hole, you'd be stretched out so thin that you would be a piece of spaghetti, and somebody came up with the term spaghettification.
Yeah, it is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
But the thing that they don't tell you in that
Yes.
particular thing, in that particular explanation, is that it takes on the equivalent of 80 to 90 billion years to actually be the center of that singularity.
Yep.
So it's not a quick death.
Well, what's really neat is because time is dilated for you.
It is the Sarlacc of deaths.
Yeah. Yeah, your time frame gets dilated because time slows down in the gravity well.
Yeah, but you're
So-
still gonna be crushed into non-existence.
Yes, but you get to feel it the whole time. There was
The whole time you're dying.
There was a really
hurts
interesting
the whole time
story.
you die.
Yeah, there was a really interesting story about in essence, a betazoid, and her boyfriend's on a ship that gets spaghettified, and because of the effect of time dilation, in one level it immediately ends. From the perception of the outside person, once they're in the gravity well, they're dead, right? But because
No.
yeah, pretty much from our point of view, once you're over a certain point, you can be dead one way or the other. But because time is stretched out for the person within the gravity well, because of the effect of the black hole, you feel it forever and ever and ever. And since she was telepathically linked to him, she felt it forever and ever and ever.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that is a sucky story. That guy had some really weird ideas, but it worked. As a story, it was awesome.
Dynamic tactical system. I've never heard of that before.
As opposed to those gosh darn passive ones.
Yeah, evidently.
It's like when you go to the grocery store and they want, oh, do you want organic carrots? No, can I have the inorganic ones? Thank you very much. No, the silicone based.
I need more iron in my diet, so make sure that they have plenty of metal. They're the most metal carrots out there.
And they just look at you and you're like, do you know what organic means? Well, yeah. Do you? Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact.
I guarantee they don't know what that means.
Yeah, I know they don't.
I've never run into a guy that swears on organics and has any clue.
At least in the U.S., it actually doesn't mean anything.
Oh, it
You know
means a
the
great
funny-
deal.
Yeah,
You know the
but-
funny thing
Not
today-
good things.
You reminded me of work today. Today I was doing a sweetener point. It's just made out of an alternate to sugar. It is organic. It is actually made out of actual plant stuff like dates and things like that.
Well, technically, so's cyanide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Technically.
cyanide is made out of peaches.
Yep. And apricots and cherries, please. And apples.
But I had somebody. I only have real sugars.
What's
I'm
real
sitting
sugar?
here- Yeah, exactly. That's like, hang on here. Do you like these? Do you like these? Yes. Do you like these? Yes. Do you like these? Yes. But they're not sugars.
I mean, are you talking sugar as in sucrose, sugar as in dextrose, or fructose?
I like
There's
the
a whole
stuff that's white and powdery, and you put a teaspoon in
Cocaine!
Well, yeah,
So-
that too.
I was just about to say cocaine.
No.
Peruvian marching powder.
Nose candy. Yes, I like plain
Now
old
we know
boring
why
sugar.
Bob can't fly so well.
Pardon?
Now we know why
you
you can't fly so well.
That'd be fine really fast.
No, the things around
You're
you don't
doing
go
what-
any faster. You just think they're going faster.
You're going down. You're going down the highway. You think Scotty's next to you? It's not warp speed, Jim. It's a Chevrolet. It doesn't go any faster than that.
Yep.
I need to jump back into chat here since I haven't been paying attention. Let's see. Yeah, we're done with our Picard talk, Saren.
Yeah, If you want our opinions on something, ask us. We'll gladly give you opinions.
Yeah, well,
they're probably completely
It's probably
psychotic.
going to be unasked for, but I mean, it's even if, especially when you don't ask, we'll tell you what's going on.
Yeah, we'll tell you what we think. Sometimes we won't agree on what we think, but we'll tell you what we think.
Sometimes we don't know why we believe it, but we'll talk about it. Oh, another omega particle! Yay! Does anyone want to do Days of Doom with me?
Sure, absolutely.
Actually, never mind. I just got queued for it. Sorry, I got weebooed.
Peaches, apricots, apple seeds.
High school chemistry sets. The USS Fireball. That's a USS piece of POS.
USS Firewall?
Fireball.
Fireball.
It's from the
was-
fleet Children of Kirk.
It's,
Didn't all of Kirk's children die in like
Yes.
Star Trek 3?
Yeah, they were all born with red shirts.
where do you? How do you think the Enterprise got crews so fast?
I don't want to know. Really don't need that explanation.
I still think it's just funny. The best scene is out of Into Darkness, where Kirk tells Chekhov, "Go put on a red shirt," and Danielle just going, "Ah!" Just has this look like, "I don't want to die." Bad taste in retrospect, but still.
Which one is Days of Doom? That's the one with the
Doomsday Machine.
Doomsday Machine. Yes. Trooper 1023. Yes. Days of Doom sucks.
It's my TFO for the day.
Yeah, well, it's everybody's TFO.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't
It's
know
universal.
everybody's the same.
it's universal.
Yeah, Universal is
the
always
Days
the
of
same.
Doom, yeah.
The nice
I
thing
haven't
is,
even been doing my endeavors. I've just been doing these omegas. I haven't even gone through the new episodes yet.
I haven't done the new episodes yet either.
So
I did. I'm going to do them again just to go do the opposite of what I did.
I'm
But
I
gonna-
did part 1, but I really didn't understand it.
I'm going to go do them for all of us who haven't had a chance to do them.
I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's really confusing.
Not really.
I mean,
If you skip through the dialogue, it's going to be confusing. If you
no,
skip
I've
through the
read the
dialogue-
dialogue. It's so much dialogue.
You skip through the dialogue, so
she's talking really slow.
Burnham, yeah, I Burnham. It's dramatic pauses for the sake of dramatic pauses. Come on.
Oh, that can be so annoying.
Who was doing that yesterday?
The planet killer has been destroyed.
I
What?
really don't know who would do
Oh,
dramatic.
I was listening to not a stream, a YouTube thing for Dumb Fuck of the Year, and they were trying to drag out the last few minutes before announcing the winner, and the person started to talk like, I'm like, just make the announcement.
Pausing on every
Yes.
syllable.
Because they're trying to make everybody annoyed. And it was working.
Yeah.
We were all annoyed.
Kind of like reminds you of that whole Picard point. Pausing on every
The
syllable.
enemy's closing in. I don't
the
give a damn if the
sentence.
enemy's closing in.
Hey,
Shut up, Scotty.
This is not a giveaway, Saren. Who was the lady who played the Admiral? The white-haired lady?
The planet killer is
I have to look
She
it
was
up
really
again.
familiar.
to destroy the shielding.
I swear.
Yeah,
it was-
she's been in a few series.
I-
Give me a moment, I will look it up again, okay? Because I had to look it up for somebody else and
Okay. Yeah,
yesterday, and I
She
don't.
was so familiar, and I could not for the life of me remember who it was. And did anybody else notice that, again, this isn't a spoiler, we're not giving away anything. There's one lady with white hair and an alien face who's in...
And Magnuson.
Ann Magnuson. No, that was Ann Magnuson?
Admiral Kristen Clancy.
Wow, okay. Wow.
That's who the Admiral was.
Gosh darn it.
They had one extra who appeared in 3 different scenes in 3 different locations. Very distinctive face and hair. And I'm thinking they got her dressed up and just said, okay, go over there and shoot that scene. Just walk in the background. Go over and do this one.
Could have been triplets.
Ow. I thought I damage.
It wasn't Mud's. What was it? Not Mud's Women. What's the other one?
The shielding is down. Focus fire on the
What
planet.
was the second Mud one? With the tribbles. No, not with the tribbles.
No, now Tribbles. That was Mud's Planet. Mud's Planet, because the second Mud one was the
I
androids.
delivered the warp
Yeah.
core and it's still not exploding.
Doesn't this thing explode? Oh, got all 3.
All 3 planet killers
Cool.
have been destroyed.
Yay.
Excellent work.
Yay.
The Undine will return, but we have... Belay that. There is a massive Voth fleet inbound.
Well, let's see.
All ships return.
Almost-
What do you think about the scene when Picard came into Starfleet?
We can't talk because Saren is listening.
Oh,
I said I think Saren's still here. Saren, are you still here? Are you still in the chat? We're not going to talk about it if you're still here.
yeah, he's still there.
Okay.
He's on the stream, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we won't do that. We'll talk about that later.
I won't say anything.
Yeah, I did actually want to talk about that, but we'll talk about that later when everyone's had a chance or when we get done here. I need 11,000 more repair shields in space. Anti-damage?
Sphere will belong to us.
What do you call it when you repair shields? Anti-damage? Damage?
Healing?
Healing. But yeah, it's like points? Healing points? Healing power?
Restoration, yeah.
Restoration, yeah.
What you need to do, if you have it, just plop down the shield generator and you're all good.
That's great on a planet, but not so good when I'm flying a ship.
No, the biomolecular shield generator, from the Undine rep.
Well, now you tell me.
Biomedical shield generator and what?
You get it. I don't remember which tier 5 rep. Give me a moment. I can't look at it on this character, but I think it's Undine rep. You have the biomolecular shield generator, tier 5 Undine rep.
Sweet. I will have to get that. Just so I can
This
do...
is boring.
What's boring?
It's a trade. It's not even.
This
It's not equivalent.
Doomsday Machine thing.
Yeah, it's boring.
I dropped the warp core off in the stupid thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it won't detonate for another 6 minutes.
What?
I'm just. It says time to build warp core.
You gotta keep dropping them. Each one does...
You have to. You do little warp cores to slow it down. Then there's a big warp core you bring in to destroy it.
Yeah, you're
Well,
going...
there is nobody, and I mean nobody, in this area anywhere near the outpost.
It's because they don't want to play. They're just doing the bare minimum to get the Endeavor. They're doing AFK versions of it.
Give me the stupid warp core already.
I don't know. Maybe we ought to have you. Maybe we ought to have a fly off between a couple people in this channel at this point. Give me the warp core already. Damn it! It's not going. Where?
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
Did you
get
fly
hit by
into
it?
a doomsday machine blast?
Oh, come on. Why am I not taking it? What is it that I need from reputation?
Biomolecular shield generator. I'm pretty sure it's on the or Undine. It's one of the two. It's tier 5. It's the tier 5 trait.
Okay.
It's not equipment. You don't
Alrighty.
craft it. It's a trait.
Okie doke.
Not personal space trait. Keep going.
Starship.
Reputation. No, not space reputation. Keep going.
What, active reputation?
Oh, crap.
Yep. Active reputation.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Well, let me get out of here.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Or I see what you're talking about. I mean,
I always end up using that for heals in space.
Heals in space.
You realize now. You're really tempting me to go make some TOS. God, what the hell are their names? The ones who argue with everybody.
Stanton and Waldorf. Statler
No.
and Waldorf.
I was behind the damn ship. Oh. I hate this one. With a freaking passion. And it's that much better when nobody else is helping.
Mm-hmm.
Is the biomolecular thing passive or is it active?
Tellarites. I'm gonna have to make Tellarites and just call it the swine hunts and all that. Active. It's an active thing. You have to activate the power. It only lasts 15 minutes.
I'm inside the mouth of the thing, and I can't put the warp core.
Because you're too close and you're being rammed. You have to put it. You have to put it a little bit in front of it.
Yeah, try and drop it 1 to 3 kilometers ahead of it, in its pathway.
And then stick around long enough to make sure that the bad guys don't blow it up.
yeah, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for finally giving me the ability to do it.
Man, I'm just hearing complain today. That's all I'm hearing.
That's right.
It's music to your ears, isn't it?
It is. The outpost just got destroyed. That's even better.
So you guys really have accomplished nothing.
Yeah. I'm the only person even near the outpost.
And you didn't defend it?
I was dropping warp core. Shut up.
They're blowing up your outpost and you're worried about wars. It's like,
If you
I'm
pay
just trying to
attention, it
complete
says complete the mission. It doesn't say win the mission.
Yeah, I know.
Are you doing it on advanced or regular?
Regular.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's destroyed, but I can still pick up warp cores.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, you still have.
you have to stop the Doomsday Machine. It's a planet killer, man. What are you gonna do?
But they don't have. If it's destroyed, how do they have warp cores?
Because
They're
the shipyard's
special.
not part of
I'm
the
thinking
base.
of them.
The
I
shipyard's
apologize.
not part of the base.
Why can't they make it just as simple as like the actual mission that you have to do this in?
It's not one of my favorite missions, I will say that.
Because the actual mission, you kind of fail there too. It crashes into a planet. I mean, come on.
That's interesting. We get an assimilated ship.
Huh?
For what?
There's an assimilated Voth Citadel. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
The Voth are retreating.
Yeah, it's interesting. Every now and then it goes from a regular Voth Citadel to a Voth assimilated Citadel. Go figure.
Yeah, I was yesterday I was watching some of the, I kind of got on Amazon Prime and started watching some of the old TNG.
Mm-hmm.
And got to the one, it was tail end of season 6, the first one is season 7, that 2-piece. Had the,
Descent.
Oh, thank you.
Descent, yeah, it had that Borg ship in it. I didn't realize that the Slugspox ship was modeled after a ship in the series.
This isn't over yet. God damn it.
It is over for you.
No, it isn't.
Just let them die.
No, I can't. I'm trying to get him to do just die or something. Just say, make it count. You're dead already.
Avenge us. I can't. We suck.
Avenge us. Why? I don't want to. I really don't want to. I just want you to die and be dead. Warp core update.
By the way, what happened with the mini game in Anniversary game?
Oh, and with the presents?
Mm-hmm.
I guess they got rid of it. I have to say that's fine with me.
Yeah, I didn't care much for it either.
It was really fun to do it on the Klingon Academy, because if you were doing it and you did wound up doing it anywhere near the vendors, they'd all get their weapons out and start firing at them. They were good.
Really?
Oh yeah. You'd be over near one of the vendors on the side, and it would say, "Oh, it's a test instead." No, that would be with the junior officer one. Excuse me. So that's with
big warp core. Okay, now it's actually letting me do something.
And if you were anywhere near any of the vendors, all the vendors would get out their guns and start shooting too. It was great.
Yeah, but that was the duty officer.
That was the duty officer one, so I'm hoping that's still there. That was fun. Much fun was had by all.
Really?
I picked up my party favor this morning, so I think I got all the emotes done. I'll have to double check tomorrow.
The party pooper?
Yeah.
I have all my emotes. I even have the disco dance, DT, so now we can disco together.
But I'm going to have Earl Grey tea.
I don't think I have Earl Grey tea yet. But I will get it. I do have...
You said you had all the emotes.
Well, okay, maybe I do have my Earl Grey.
Well, I got a lot of emotes to go. I hope that the event lasts long.
Oh, you can pick
them.
It
lasts 30 days. You're going to get them all.
You can pick them up in one day. Just
pop multiple tunes. You can pick them up in one day.
Wait.
Oh, so when you get all the emotes, it's account wide.
The emotes are account wide unlocks. Yes, they fixed it. So
and you can't accidentally pick them up twice. And even though you only get event credit every 20 hours, you can still do the mission on all your tunes.
Right. That means I can literally get those emotes in like the weekend.
A day.
You can get them today.
Yeah. I know, but there's stuff and things and so much to do.
Yeah, I know. There's real life, which sucks. I did not win the lottery. I'm so bummed.
Okay, I'm not gonna go into detail, but there's other things.
Yeah. There's good stuff too.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Can I
do.
pretty please
You
have
guys
the
want to
stupid-
do a TFO or something?
I'm into low of a level character. I'm going to play my Ferengi a bit tonight.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think since we've talked a little bit of Picard, we'll do episodes tomorrow. We're going to try and do a broadcast every day during the anniversary event. So we will do one tomorrow, probably in the same time frame, because I have people coming over and garbage to do all day.
Uh,
I have no idea about Sunday, though. That one might be early, because I want to watch the Puppy Bowl, because it's so cute. No, I'm not watching the Super Bowl. I don't even know who's playing. I don't even know where they're playing.
49ers and Kansas City Chiefs are playing in
teams.
Miami.
There are 2 teams playing.
Okay.
They're playing in Miami.
All right. Oh,
Do you know what a football is?
I know what a football is. I know that the Bears, the last time they were in the, whatever it is, World Series, Super Bowl, were down, I think, in Miami.
The thing and the stuff?
Yeah, the thing and the stuff. And I think they scored, or they got close to scoring and promptly failed, and it turned into just a debacle. And I was online with Sav, and I'm just like, oh, I think I'll just stay here and play the game instead. And that was the last time I even watched it a little bit.
Is the game this weekend?
Yeah, the Puppy Bowl's this weekend. Absolutely.
Oh.
I don't care about the stupid Doomsday Machine. I think everybody's getting tired of it too. They're nowhere near it.
Yeah, they're just waiting for it to end.
They're waiting for the actual rescue ship to show up and sacrifice itself.
This is a really badly done TFO. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Wish they
You
did.
know what he needs to play then if he thinks that's bad. That one in the Delta that nobody can get done ever.
Which one?
Corvette?
No, not Corvette.
The one in
Consortium
Delta
5?
that no.
Oh yeah, Battle Corvette. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some people can do it. Ed did
I
it.
actually got through that.
I've never gotten through it, but I don't have a ship that's good enough for it.
Well, you can only do it on the Elite.
Oh my god. The USS Fireball is the one that's holding everybody up.
We'll go yell at him.
How am I supposed to do that?
Right click on him
Go-
and yell at him.
Go into team and just start going off like a madman.
Yeah.
Oh,
He may have walked away from everything.
Hello.
Hello.
Have we watched episode 2 yet?
So you had that one ship that was doing AFK?
Are we talking about?
oh my gosh.
We finished talking about it about an hour ago.
We've got
You're
people,
late.
we've got people in chat who are like, you can't talk about it now. We're back. They avoided us for a while.
Hey. I sat here. I listened to you guys talk about it.
Yes,
And
you
it
did.
went in one ear, out the other, because I haven't seen it yet. And I literally made it be like a draft going through my ears.
Does that commonly happen?
Sound. I can enforce it happening.
When I was in college, I rented myself out as a wind vane. My ears were so precise.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I can hear and listen.
Make money any way you can.
Yeah, this is true.
To the smallest whispers.
Yeah, does it?
But if I don't want to hear something,
Of course, this was back when college was actually affordable.
That's
And I
been a
went-
while.
That was 2002.
Okay. Yeah, I started college after my son was born. He was born in 88, so I started, I think, in 89 or 90.
Oh, I worked for some time before I went to school.
So did I. I was mature.
I was a grand old age of 20, 23.
Let's see, my son was born in that year, so I would have been 29? 29 when he was born. So I went back to college. I went to college when I was 30. And when you're paying for it yourself, boy, do you work hard.
Yeah.
It's one of those, hold on, I paid $1,600 for this semester. I am going to get straight A's.
Oh, you're supposed to get grades back?
I wanted to go on to do something that I didn't wind up doing, so I thought, having good grades would be helpful, which they would have been if I had done that. But then I wound up doing something else.
I was in art school initially.
That is the downside of college. That's the downside of going to college really young. You major in something you probably don't end up going into.
Well, I was going for nursing, and I wanted to become a midwife because I'd had a midwife when I had my son, and it was a great experience. And I did very well in college. I did very well in the nursing technicals. Got out there and realized that in order to get to be a midwife, you're going to spend 5 years dealing with patients. No, thank you.
A second.
People are the worst part of business.
Yeah. So I wound up going into blood banking. I love it. I love blood banking. It was awesome. People who are donating for the sake of donating are generally nice people. They're in it for the cookies. Then I switched to University of Chicago Hospitals and headed up their apheresis donor section and actually did patient procedures. And thank goodness the very nice doctors and nurses had a tendency to have us do them either at 3 in the morning when everybody's asleep. Very easy for the patient, very easy for me. Or they sedated them. Also very easy. So every now and then a doctor would be like, well, blah, 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 blah. Do you want us to sedate the patient? Yes, if that's an option, sure, go for it.
Okay, sedate the patient for what?
Apheresis.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, apheresis is when you basically stick a needle in one arm, or more likely use a line. Mm-hmm. You draw out their blood, pump it into a machine, or gets pumped into a machine. You run it in a centrifuge until it separates into different cellular layers, figure out which layer you want to get rid of, and get rid of it.
Huh.
And then you can either just return the blood to them, or you can give them fresh red cells, or more white cells, or plasma, or treat the blood if you want to. So lots of fun things you can do with it. But that's what I did. And I liked it.
It sounds like changing.
Yeah, it's like an oil change for blood.
See.
I mean, come on, how you just describe that kind of something?
It's what it is. It's an active procedure. I mean, they're hooked up to the machine the entire time, so you're running their entire blood supply through that machine.
Unless you're Keith Richards, and then we just take the whole thing out and we just kind of replace it all.
That's kind of what they did with him, yeah.
Now you have to wonder who got Keith Richards' blood.
Oh, no. Once it comes out, they throw it away, believe me. Believe me.
No, there's somebody who's got all the drugs in Keith's blood. Honey, Mick needs us, we're going on tour!
We had a patient who was going through chemo and he had to get blood transfusions, so his family would come in to donate blood, and so would his friends. So every time he knew they were coming in to bank some blood for him, he would come in just ahead of them and drop off a 12-pack of Krispy Kremes because, we're really picky about the blood type and making sure we're matching any number of antigens so that patients who are immunosuppressed have an easier time with it. And he goes, well, you guys think I'm Rh positive, but the reality is I'm Krispy Kreme positive. And then one day he came in with a big box of Krispy Kremes. I'm like, oh, are people coming in for you? And he goes, no, we're done with that. Well, congratulations. And he goes, no, not congratulations. I will not be back again. Oh. So he came in to give us our last box of Krispy Kremes before he died.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that was one of my last weeks there. It was a really rough time. But yeah, we lost a lot of patients because when you get to the point where you're doing what was at that time extremely experimental stuff, people die. A lot. And the last week I was there was September 11th, 2001. And we had 100 people waiting to come in to donate blood. And there were not enough blood bags anywhere to collect all that blood. So we had the administrators coming down with anything that would work in accordance with the rules, because there are regulations about what you can do with it and how it's processed and things like that. Everybody they could find they were bringing into the blood bank to help us out.
That was your last day, huh?
No, that was my last week. I believe that was a Tuesday.
Sounds right.
Yeah, my last day was a Friday, so I basically was there for the last 84 hours.
Sad.
Well, at least I can remember when I left the job. It makes that part easier.
Yeah.
But that was a great job. So yeah, the medical career as a midwife didn't work out. The medical career in blood banking was great. Did that for 15 years? Something like that.
And why'd you leave?
I was offered a position doing blood banking, but heading up a program for a company called Fresenius Medical Care. They were trying to start small blood banks at every hospital in the U.S. The concept was use the apheresis machine so you can just selectively get what you need. So if you do not do, let's say, white cell donations or platelets or plasma, you can just extract the red cells and give the patient or the donor everything else back. So it's a really cool idea, but the financing didn't work out as well as we wanted, so they abandoned the project after 2 years, and I found myself without a job and wound up being a office manager for a bunch of companies. And nobody dies when I make a mistake as an office manager. It's pretty cool.
I have
That
a
is pretty
question.
cool.
How do you?
Yeah, I guess that would be a factor.
Yeah, really is.
How do you make prisoners go into your inventory?
Do you have them in a box?
No, they were bound to character, but I want to sell them. Oh, if they're bound to character, can you not sell them?
You can't sell them if they're bound to character. Sure.
Okay.
Prisoners, you said?
Yeah.
Prisoners, just kind of drag them out of it.
Sometimes you can get rid of them in the
I've sold them on the exchange.
Just set them out into space. It's fine.
Well, I mean, after all, they're already in a box.
That's right.
Do you know how they get them in that box?
No.
Blender.
So bad. Hi, Lant. How are you tonight?
Wow. Oh, what the heck? They emptied all my stations. That's so weird. Come on, hurry up. Doesn't take that long to get queued for a TFO. Does anyone want to do an Iconian TFO?
I'm currently in the TFO, so I can't.
You know what's going to be very interesting when it comes down to it, Time Mom?
Say again?
When I run my Ferengi through Quark's Lucky 7.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
That'll be fun.
It'll be the Ferengi Fest. I might broadcast and call it Ferengi Fest that night.
You should do it on a Friday.
Okay, Dark, where the heck are you?
Me, I'm just kind of hanging out on Bajor at a SSR party for the moment. I didn't feel like going to the mirror universe yet.
Time for the Ferengi crew to get together again.
Just I was gonna go run some Ferengi Evil, but I just kind of held off, and I'm at 37 right now, so I still got some.
How do I not have room for that? What the heck?
DC?
Yes.
Do we need more Ferengi officers?
I have 2 holograms because
Holograms are very cheap and efficient. All you
They
have to do
don't
is
get
put.
tired.
They don't get tired. You just put them on. They don't have to eat. So you save money on the replicators. You just have to hook them up to the power grid, which they don't use as much as a replicator.
And you turn them off when you're done with them?
Exactly.
Do you want a holographic attack on Ferenginar? Because that's how you get a holographic attack on Ferenginar.
That should be the name of a book. The holographic attack on Ferenginar.
That's a hollow novel. We monetized it, and then you pay us platinum every time you play it.
Well, I think Aladdin's
Just like-
pretty useless in this universe right now.
Gotta get that royalty fee.
gotta get that royalty going. Yeah, Platinum was a good idea, but they just never did anything with it.
Yeah.
I was just curious if you wanted more Ferengis.
Yeah, I'll replace bad Ferengi with good Ferengi.
Trooper 1023 says holodeck is all fake. You should be worried about a photonic fleet attack on Ferenginar. That's the name. Photonic fleet attack on Ferenginar.
It's
I like it.
I like it too. All right, whoever put up the
Felonious photonic fleet attack on Ferenginar.
Coming this Friday.
yeah, really.
Every Friday. At 5.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
If they could sell tickets, I'm sure they'd do it.
5-4 Central.
Admission is free on every other... on days that don't end with Y. I think this was a DS9 line. You'll get used to 26-hour day, or you'll have a psychotic break within 6 months.
You know what I wish they'd do?
What?
I wish they would make an app that would just let you do the Admiralty on your character.
Ah,
That would be wonderful.
that would be awesome.
Maybe in that... maybe
Idea to bring up next year.
They used to have something like that where they were going to let you do duty officers and admiralty, but they never worked out.
Yeah, they
That's
had the-
because
they
they
had
had
the
it
gateways.
in Neverwinter, but it was too easy to get around
Yeah,
and mess with the system, so they shut that down,
yeah.
and it never made it over to Star Trek.
Hmm.
But they had that weird gateway system where you could like look up your ship and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the start of the whole thing, and then,
Mhm.
like I said, it just never got developed.
Yeah,
Then I got shut down.
that happens. All right, guys, I'm going to turn this off because we've been on for a couple hours now.
Is there a reason? Are you limited to officer rosters until you get a specific level?
What do you mean?
I'm at 100 of 100 officers.
Yeah, you can buy more officer
Yeah,
space.
you have to buy more. You have to buy more slots, or you have to go to like Earth.
I have the lifetime membership thing.
Yeah,
That's
but
correct.
No,
you're
you're still limited.
You're at 100.
You have to buy more slots, or you go to Earth like I start turning in your commons, then your uncommons, and upgrading them to higher level officers.
I actually upped mine.
I
because
just feed all my comments to the fleet, where the fleet holdings, where you have to actually put in and turn them into fleet credits.
Yeah, with 100 slots, you're able to actually run it decently, but you have to go through and look to see what you've got for commons, uncommons, etc. You also have room for 20 passengers and 10 prisoners. Is that how it is?
Sounds right.
20 of each.
20 of each, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you can like filter tactical and then science and then engineering and, you know, kind of just drill down and keep a couple of each type.
When you're choosing to contribute, like specifically tactical or security or like engineering officers to like fleet stuff, does it show whether they're rare, common, purple?
Yeah,
It depends on what
generally
they
those
ask for.
generally those things only ask for common officers, so that's
On a rare occasion, they'll do like an uncommon or a rare,
It's-
but most of the
yeah.
time,
It's,
you can.
no pun intended, it's very uncommon or rare for that to happen.
right.
So it doesn't even
But it can
list my
happen.
purple or my blues or even my greens.
Is that an
Officer.
Admiral I hear?
Yeah, you will only be able to do the commons. It won't let you do
Right.
anything else unless it requests
Okay.
it.
The only things that'll show when you do those donations are the type of the level of officers that they will accept for it.
Okay. No, that's one of the things that's so impressive about this game is I have played it since beta, and yeah, things have grown, but there is just so much to this game between all the different systems. Like, I'm still learning.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Every time I think I know something, somebody corrects me, fixes it, it changes, whatever.
Yeah, they fix it.
I actually saw somebody, and people just kind of got onto them about this, but they were complaining that they're saying that the consoles should get stuff before the PC now. It's like, it doesn't work like that. We've suffered longer.
Yeah, really.
That and well, more people are playing console now by their numbers. So it's like, no, technically the biggest platform individually is still the PC.
Oh yeah, yeah. PS4 is at 5 million, Xbox is at 5 million, PC is at 18
Yeah, but is that-
million. No, sorry,
Is
that's
that how
Scribbles.
many people have? Is that how many people have downloaded it, or is that people actively playing?
My apologies. It's accounts by platform are 33% PS4, 26 Xbox, and 41% PC.
Right.
But how much of that is accounts and how much is playable is a different or is played. I don't know.
And then
Yeah, 'cause
the other point on that too, there's the approval process, and I really would love it if it were possible, and it's not because of, again, the approvals for the updates and all that. It'd be great if we could cross faction with some of this stuff.
Oh my God, they've got to count on how many times Kurland was here. Jeez,
Yep.
Kurland here.
Kurland here.
Kurland there.
Has always been here.
I have been and always shall be Kurland.
Here.
There we go. That's the T-shirt we need for this year.
You want that? Okay, you're
Yes.
welcome to it.
We
I
need
have been and always shall be Kurland
Kurland.
here.
So did you guys already talk about Picard?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
We did. Did you see
Okay.
it? Did you see it?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
did I see Picard?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
see, then you don't have to worry about us spoiling it for you then.
No, you can't spoil anything for me.
Okay.
Okay.
We talked about it earlier.
We can't spoil anything for you. Everybody died. The series is over now.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. Yeah.
So
There's some truth to that.
So my question is, do you think that they've kind of put a thing in that they can kind of keep the series going in case Patrick Stewart does actually die, and they can at least kind of finish it with the crew with that syndrome
That's a
are
morbid concept.
I know. It's
Well,
too
I
early
mean,
to think
I
that.
think-
It's only the
I
second
can see why
episode.
he's
You
thinking
just ask if
because
the
he is
studio
getting
put in
up there, but he
safety
seems to be pretty healthy though.
Yeah, he is.
he's 79.
He is.
I would actually think I can think of a way, and I hope it doesn't happen where they have to do this, but I can think of a way the series could actually continue on for several years without him. I mean, you kind of revisit a little
understand.
bit. I mean, what would happen if Picard out there actually has a child?
No, that is something we've seen way too often.
No, we've only saw it once, and it was a con by a Ferengi.
No. I meant in terms of a meme. It's ugh.
Oh, here's an even more probably unpopular and cringe factor option. There was another Romulan clone of Picard.
Romulan clone at the what?
I don't think they can afford Tom Hardy to play another Shin's.
Yeah, he's kind of gone up since then.
Yeah, he's kind of gotten a little more expensive.
I'm just saying, like get what's the dude that played Professor X to when
James
they went back in time?
James
James
McAvoy actually wants to be on the Picard series playing a young Picard if they have flashbacks. He actually has said
would
that.
be amazing.
Yeah, it would.
That would actually be pretty damn amazing, is right. What would you think, Mom?
What?
James McAvoy, who took over as Xavier, Patrick Stewart,
No.
being
No. Blech,
I have to
no.
agree with Mom.
No.
Yeah, I have to agree with Mom.
Yeah, no. No.
Oh, here's it. They go and visit the Kelvin timeline and pull Picard from there, and it's James McAvoy. So now it's not just Spock invaded the Kelvin timeline. Picard invades the Prime timeline from the Kelvin timeline.
Or they bring him in as his Terran universe counterpart.
Oh, they
Yeah.
never did Mirror Universe with
Ooh.
TNG.
Mhm.
Actually, in that Humble Bundle, there are some TNG Mirror Universe style comics, which are they're really good.
Really?
Interesting.
And the ship that Picard starts with in there is, of course, a Stargazer, but it ends up with the Enterprise D, which is actually the All Goods Things Dreadnought version. So, and then there's a second series where they cross paths with the Prime timeline Picard.
So you guys have all seen the sneak peek previews about the series, right?
Mom hasn't.
I
She doesn't want
probably
to be
haven't. What
The
is this?
sneak peek previews about Picard, like they've shown you things in the whole previews for what Picard's going to be that they haven't shown us in these first two episodes.
I haven't.
Oh, we haven't seen 7 yet. We know that's coming. We haven't seen Riker yet. We know that's coming.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going.
Yeah, I've seen that much of it, but I haven't seen a lot of it.
I really want to see the whole scene where she asks Picard what the hell he's doing here.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that would happen today, but no.
So are you guys?
They're teasing it.
So you guys are all subscribed to CBS All Access?
Yep.
So let me ask.
Pull the
then.
trigger on it.
Well,
Discovery
you
couldn't
know what
get
I
me
mean.
to do it. Twilight Zone couldn't get me to do it.
Twilight Zone was
Nope.
bad.
Yeah, I agree.
I haven't seen any of it, so I wouldn't know. But
You didn't miss anything.
yeah,
Did they cancel it? I hope they did, sort of, kind of.
I haven't seen anything for it.
I haven't seen any hints of a new season, but when they ended last season, they said there was another season. But I wonder if that's never going to even air.
Let's see. It says season 1 full season 1 in black and white. No, there's no season 2 listed.
there's even some. We could have watched if we had this before Picard started. We could have watched some. We could have streamed the movie from there. A couple of the TNG movies from there. I noticed.
Yep, yes.
Oh crap! I forgot. Can somebody help me with Everything is Interconnected? I can never seem to do this on my own.
Which one?
Everything is Interconnected.
That's part of something.
Yeah.
Okay, what is...
What mission?
It's to navigate the mycelium network. Trying to hold on a
Oh,
second.
yeah, it's in the first episode where you meet, what's his name?
No, trying to figure.
If it follows the TV show storyline, it's pretty far along in the first season.
No, I'm talking about the mission.
Yeah.
It's
No, I know. I'm just saying if it follows the TV show.
Let's see, so it's in Jaula, right?
trying to figure out what
No, it's not. That would be Age of Discovery.
Because I haven't played it yet.
Oh,
Well, I'm going to jump off of here for
Okay.
a bit.
alrighty.
Catch y'all.
Later.
Catch y'all
Take
later. Everybody's watching. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
But
So that's not the name of the episode. I know that. What is the name of the mission, the episode?
the name of the episode is Everything is Interconnected.
No, it's not. There isn't one named that.
Okay. I'm not sure what you want me to tell you then. 'Cause that's
Look at
the name
like,
of
the
thing
thing
that I started.
above it.
Mm-hmm.
Look
Yeah,
at the mission
everything is
right above it.
interconnected.
There should be a label above that. That sounds like it's one of the
Oh,
chapters.
beneath the skin. I'm sorry.
Beneath the skin, thank you. Okay, that makes it easier.
I apologize.
That's okay. Where the heck is that one? That's not Age of Discovery, is it?
No.
Did you get my
Beneath the
message
skin,
last night,
that's
Mom,
the
or
third
you
and
didn't?
Jula's Discovery.
Jula's Discovery.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can
I-
play it, but you'd have to jump out so I can team with you, because I don't think I can jump into it.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Did you get my message last night, Mom?
No, I didn't. Where did you send it?
To in-game.
Oh, no, I didn't.
You were online, but I figured maybe you weren't online.
Yeah, I was probably online like the way I usually am not online. So was it a secret message?
No. No. It was the PM. Actually, I typed a message to Strike Group. Nobody answered. I was like, wow, it's dead. And then I typed one to you. What?
What time was it?
11-ish, maybe?
Yeah, I'd probably gone to bed about just about then, actually. We did a stream till Oh, you know what it was? I was chatting with Frost offline. That's why I didn't see it. But yeah, last night was surprisingly quiet.
Bad day for me to come say hi.
Well, Pi told me that he had talked to you, so yay! Hi, how are you?
That was today.
That was today. Well, he still told me he talked to you.
Just busy.
I know. Oh, okay, Marhawkman, I will turn off my flashing email. Are we happy now? It's because I've sent myself some stuff. Are we happy now, Marhawkman?
Talking about those little flashing green.
Yeah, it was driving
blinkers.
him nuts that I
Yeah,
don't turn
yeah,
off
they
my
drive
email.
me nuts too.
For what I
Mom,
was to say,
what
for what
character
it's
are you
worth,
playing?
it drives me nuts.
Well, on my screen in Twitch, you can see that my mail icon was flashing. It was driving him nuts that I hadn't picked up.
Yeah, it makes people think you're one of the ones that gives them the error messages and you don't read your mail.
Hi, Layrina. Thanks for joining us.
But you're not that person.
I'm not that person. No, I'm a horrible person. I never... I'm so bad.
Somebody else might be one of the people that causes error messages for not reading mail. But somebody else cleans their mailbox when they log in.
I occasionally clean my mailbox, but in this case, I actually had sent myself stuff. I have one toon that is responsible for my tribble breeding and tribble executions. So when I get food and tribbles, I immediately send them to her to deal with all that stuff.
I can't bring myself to breed tribbles.
Why not?
It scares me.
Because you're so cute.
Because tribbles are trouble.
Mom,
Yes.
were you able to help me, or I don't know whether you said
Okay,
or
you
not.
need, if we're going to do this together, would you send me a team invite first? And did you get out of the mission?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, send me a team invite, and then I can jump in with
I don't know who you're on as though.
Oh, I'm sorry. God, I don't know who I am either. I think I'm Kethma. Kethma.
Kethma at what?
At Brondomom.
Yeah, I keep on. Brondo Mom, there you are. Oh, it's the wrong one.
That's me. Here, I'll put an X down there. Just send me an invite to team. Thank you. Now, do you know how to share the mission with me?
Yeah.
Okay, share the mission with me.
Gotta get back to the mission. Beneath.
This is Captain Kumarke of...
There we go. So I'm going to jump over there. So which part of it can you not do?
The last part, when they're shooting at me and I still have to turn all those things in.
Okay. It's been a while since I've done Beneath the Skin. All right, so we're going to... Let me see if I can jump into everything is interconnected with you, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if it's going to let me do this. It doesn't always like to let you jump in and share.
Oh,
Okay.
we have a lot of time. That, good. Whatever's happening with that Mokai tech hasn't spread here. Not yet. Anyway. Take some samples from healthy spore clusters. We'll need them for comparison studies later.
And my team, and there's your team. Okay.
Because I failed this thing twice and just infuriating.
You really can't appreciate this place until you see it for yourself.
I don't appreciate this place at all. It's annoying.
Well, which part do you fail at?
The very last part. Well, yeah, I think it's the last part. It's when you have to go to the lake, get the spores.
Oh, yeah,
have to go to the
yeah,
and
don't
get
do
the
it in one shot. Take 3 times to do it.
Let's get moving.
I just think Discovery was done so badly. I don't want to see these characters.
Well, you know, that's when you learn how to speed through these things faster and faster. Okay, so this is the section up here where you get stuck?
No, it's not. I'm not. It's the. I think it's the part after this. It's when you start fighting the Alachi.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh,
For the
okay,
second
right.
Baby tardigrades are extremely tough.
The baby tardigrades are very cute.
Yes, they are.
They are very cute.
The tardigrades are of the realm. They live in
Get back here.
in the forest.
Kev, stop running.
So I'm still in the minority of being people in the guild that actually enjoy Discovery at least a little bit.
I like Discovery.
Yes, a lot of people like it.
that's pretty good.
I'm just not one of them.
I know you're not.
There's nothing wrong with Discovery per se. It's that they treat their audience like they're.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
And I can't. I don't like shows like that at all. That's why I don't watch reality.
Treat your
television.
audience like what?
I
The-
totally
what?
agree with you.
I mean, it is the entire reason why I don't late night stuff. I don't watch reality shows. I don't watch things like that at all.
See that?
And I mean, I can't even stand things like CSI and like because they don't care about the science. They don't care about the accuracy. They just want to do something that builds drama.
Incoming.
Wait, and you're saying don't care about the science in regards to Star Trek?
Well, Discovery doesn't do the very
Okay,
nice job with
like I said,
science.
their ability to travel through space is entirely dependent on a creature that is 0.12 millimeters in diameter, and they don't have access to doing anything with spores, but their much larger cousins somehow have complete control over traveling anywhere in the universe because of mushrooms. I'm sorry. What?
Interdimensional physics?
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
It's
in
mushrooms.
theory,
It's
there's
freaking mushrooms.
in theory,
Mushrooms
there's
don't
an
have a
alternate
secret network.
universe where the physics are completely different.
But okay, no.
Well, in theory, that's possible. We've got. I mean, you might as well just call it magic.
Yeah.
Everything is magic to less advanced people.
This is true.
But not when it deals with mushrooms. And that one's 200 years later.
You
and still
sound
nobody
very
can explain
partial
it.
to your mushrooms.
Well, I don't like the concept that here we had a possible hyperdrive of some sort that gets completely abandoned and never is mentioned again in another episode.
You know why, right?
Yeah, reasons.
I mean, from the story arc, you know why, right?
I know why in the story arc. Yeah, I did watch the whole thing. It's just it was ouch. It was ouch. It was.
I mean,
ouch.
I'm an actual engineer, and they accept that, this stuff is remotely possible. I don't have a problem with like technology being outside of my awareness. I have a problem with it being outside possibility. Like warp drive is outside of my awareness, but it's not outside of possibility. And phasers. I mean, if anybody put in, this is the part I always have problems with.
Oh, this one here? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
The water can.
we're gonna get the fluid. You go take one. I'll go take one, and then I'll come back and finish them up.
Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Oh my. Toon's costumes look stupid again.
I'm an actual engineer too, and I don't mind. I can get past it.
Yeah, well, I was actually having this chat about something else last night, but the same conversation. Whatever were discussing last night, the science was just wrong, and I couldn't get past it. Did we get two of them? We got two.
I'm able to suspend my reality for stupid TV.
Yeah, suspension of disbelief is one thing, but I mean, it's so difficult for me, at least, to just accept that as just the standard of how things are going to be, technologically speaking.
It's a lot of plot devicium.
I just think, I mean, again, my thing goes back to they're treating their audiences over stupid.
Their travel to be dependent upon an animal that people would take pity on.
Right.
The indestructible tardigrade that they somehow destruct.
Yeah, I don't take any pity on that thing. I mean,
well, I didn't say they did a good job of it, but that's kind of the whole thing. Was they wanted to give you a power source that required you to feel bad for using it.
Well, that's
what they tried to do in something in TNG when they said that the use of warp was killing the universe or something.
Yeah, they were equating that to cars and fossil fuel.
Well, of course they were. And I understand it. It was a concept. They were trying to send a message, teach a lesson, what have you. And they made the story kind of work around it.
That's a stretch, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I said kind. I didn't say work well around it.
I know.
There are the devices.
But yeah,
Well, I'm looking forward to the next one. My biggest concern right now with Picard, and since you guys talked about radio, I had to ask a question. Are you all experiencing the same thing I am? I'm assuming the answer is yes. The audio streams that they're piping through it seem to be like 2-channel forced over your 5-channel. So you got nice sound systems, but the audio is awful.
No,
yeah, I actually have been seeing that.
I haven't had that issue, but then I'm not doing an audio quality of any sort. I'm just doing boring old television.
Yeah, to actually enjoy the episode, I have to turn my stereo into into stereo mode for all my speakers because otherwise it just comes out of the 2 front speakers.
Ah, that's annoying.
Well, not quite, but
Well,
almost.
I'm usually wearing headphones anyway, so.
Well, the first episode, DT and I stayed up until like 3 in the morning watching it, so that was definitely a headphone stay. And then I was too tired the other night,
The tardigrade's done. Disable that probe.
so I didn't watch it until this afternoon, got home. Should have put on the headset, but with the headset it was
Did you
great.
like it?
I did, yeah. I'm enjoying it very much. Come on, tardigrade. Over here. Over here, boy.
He's already eaten this
Oh,
one.
he's eating that one. Okay, but that's still 2. That's
Are you watching The Mandalorian at all?
No, I'm not. I don't have Disney. I will... If they ever do a free week of Disney, I'll do it and see if I can binge watch it.
I'm gonna have to wait all the way
What?
to March or April.
What happens in March or April?
That's when it gets over there.
I'm in Europe, so I won't be getting it before like March or April.
Oh, okay.
Really annoying, but yeah.
Nice. Only one more to go.
I wonder why they would do that. I don't see the value.
Yeah, you'd think they'd want it now. All people are very
I know.
interested.
Exactly.
There's nothing on Disney Plus that I like. My family likes it, and that's fine. But there's nothing on there that I'm interested. I mean, I want to see Loki. I want to see. I want to see. Why can't I remember the name? I'm having problems lately. Obi-Wan. I want to see Kenobi.
Oh, that's been... and it hasn't been delayed, but it's not in production yet, from what I heard.
Yeah.
The talk is that they're rewriting the scripts because it's too close to The Mandalorian in terms of the general concepts.
Yeah.
So
Disney reusing plots? That doesn't ever happen. That.
Well, it was a little too much of Obi-Wan protecting the young Luke Skywalker. They're thinking Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. Yeah. Been there, done that. Got the lightsaber.
I got my lightsaber.
Oh, did you?
My Obi-Wan Ben Kenobi official A New Hope lightsaber is fully built.
Wow. Congratulations.
Fully built and works.
Nice.
Now I just gotta sew up the costume that I've been very reluctant to sew up. As I sit here, my wife is sewing.
Well, say hi to your wife for me.
Hi, Lisa, from Mom. She waves hello.
Well, I am going to go ahead and go.
Okay.
I will talk to all of y'all later.
Sounds good. Hey,
Later.
don't forget next weekend we're going to be on all weekend streaming and, team up and work together on some stuff maybe.
Okay,
Yeah, actually,
you
it's a
just
very
broke
War of
up
the World.
really bad. I didn't understand what you said.
Okay, well, I'll send you I'll send you a game message or something so we can figure out details and stuff.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Have a great night.
All right, you too.
Thank you very much. I will.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
It is our way.
Ooh, yay.
Yay.
Going to the next map. Whatever it is.
Yeah, for the water one, the easiest way is get the water, go shoot things, a lot of them, as many as you can. Go back, get the water, then go get the spores. So you kind of have to take in bits and pieces.
Okay.
Or get some turrets and put them down.
The Alachi drive will be
What are you doing?
Boom.
Fifi. Fifi is pulling things out of the garbage can.
That's what they do.
Yes, I know. She gets mad that I'm doing this. She had been out for a walk with my husband when I got home, so I was starting to watch Picard. And she realized I was home when she came in the door, and she comes racing up the stairs and tackles me, hits all 3 remotes, so all of a sudden it's not doing Picard. I don't know what it's doing. So I had to turn it all off and restart it.
We used to have a cat that would curl up on the couch next to you, but he would always lay on the remote.
Of course.
Yep.
And 95% of the time, it was either the History Channel or the Sci-Fi Channel. That's it.
Smart cat.
Never saw him change to anything else.
Well, Fifi is smart because, yeah, if there's something I'm going to watch, it's going to be Picard.
So, Mom, do you have plans of streaming tomorrow morning, or you're tomorrow morning, right?
No, I was going to do tomorrow in the afternoon, evening-ish.
Okay.
Farns and Farns' friend are coming over to bake cookies, so once that's done, I thought I'd stream. But I will do Sunday morning.
Okay. So when you say evening, let's just see here.
Like 6-ish, 5-ish, 6-ish. I'd like to start at a reasonable hour.
So that would be around.
You mean 5 or 6 p.m., right?
Yes, 5 or 6 p.m. I still have to work in the morning tomorrow.
I have to work in the morning too.
Do you really?
I'm going to do it from home. I'm going to do it from home. Yeah, I got my laptop here right now. I was working a little while ago.
Actually, I'm working from home for the next 2 more weeks. I've been home for 1 week. I'm going to do 2 more weeks at home.
I'm not that lucky. I can't do it like that.
Well, I'm hoping my boss doesn't listen in, but I tendered my resignation, and for a
You didn't.
I did, and for a number of reasons, my boss of bosses is like, I said, put me on medical leave for 3 weeks, no pay. I'd be fine, and then I'll come back after that. And he's like, how about you just work from home for 3 weeks and we'll pay you? Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually taken me the better part of the week to get everything set up in my office, because it's very paper-oriented.
So, do you got a red stapler?
Do I have what?
A red stapler.
I only have paper clips. I have not gotten a stapler yet. I'll have to do that.
I want my stapler.
You've got to get a red stapler.
They wanted me to stay so bad. They're like, we'll buy you a power stapler. I'm like, the stapler is not the issue. Well, it'll be easier. I'm like, I don't think the stapler's the issue.
It's from the movie Office Space.
Yes, I know one. I've seen it. And I was just thinking, that'd be good. That would be fun. They wouldn't get it, but it'd be funny.
Ask them for a red stapler.
You've got to. You've got to.
I will do that.
And your work office, when you actually come into work, has to be in the basement?
It has to be what?
In the basement.
Oh, God, no. No. No.
Then when you burn everything down, it doesn't surprise anybody.
Okay, now I am going to call it quits because everybody's going off and doing their own thing. And we love everybody coming in to join there. But the stapler is a staple of the office. This is so true. I loved Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Holy crap, I gained 2 levels in like no time.
Yep. Wait till they have a leveling weekend, then go out with Ed.
I'll join for that.
That's when I want to do my Borg.
For you weren't around, they did a ship leveling weekend maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago.
They did a ship what?
Yeah, a leveling weekend so you could level up your ships fast.
Oh.
And Ed took one of his big ships out, and we'd team up. And basically you'd run around while he killed everything, but you'd still get credit for it. So we would do one of the new patrols, and we'd level a ship from 0 to 5th in one patrol.
Yeah.
And with him having that big OP ship, we're talking about under a minute.
That's insane.
That was great. And if we had to go to like level 6 ship, we'd just do half of another mission, and it was done.
Is your internet choppy, or is your microphone just cutting off?
It's my microphone cutting off. It's actually Discord. We have a problem with Discord. We don't have an issue with Skype, but we can't team in Skype.
so we can change the voice turn off delay in Discord?
Maybe.
I believe there's a setting in Discord for triggering the delay before it turns off. You might want to just bump that up a little bit.
I will do that.
Well, I don't have. I must say, I don't have any issues hearing Mom.
Okay. I have issues
don't have
hearing
any
Frost
issues.
when he's on, and sometimes DT when he's on.
You don't have any issues hearing Mom right now?
Nothing.
Uh,
And the server is set for US Central,
Wow.
and I don't have any issues hearing Mom or Frost or anyone.
That's interesting because Frost cuts out quite frequently for me, but not anybody else.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Frost is not cutting out for me.
Oh, Frost isn't on right
Just
now.
you.
So just
I am.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
right
Oh,
here.
you're there?
I'm right here.
There you are. Sorry, there you are. My bad.
Nothing like making me feel bad.
You know what it is? I've got a icon over that part of the screen, so I didn't see you. I just saw Musin. So I thought maybe you'd
That
let
sounds
me.
like a likely excuse.
It is. You could see my screen
Likely
right from here.
excuse. I'm just saying.
Well, in any case, I'm still going to log off. We're still going to be back tomorrow night. We are going to do the new missions tomorrow, so everybody who hasn't played them can let me spoil them for you. And then Sunday morning, I'll do a quick tutorial on
but
Omega Points.
When you say new missions, you mean the newest ones,
Yeah,
don't
the
you?
newest ones. I haven't played them yet.
The feature one.
Yeah. Well, I
The
can't
newest,
play
newest.
Why can't you play them?
because I'm nowhere near that level yet.
You've got to have a tune of 6. Yeah, hold it. You should be able to play the new
I have a
ones.
two. I just did it at 50
Yeah.
with my friend.
Well, I have a tune at 61, but I have a ton of missions that are not done.
You can still jump in and do these.
I think when they're featured, you just
Yeah.
have to play at least level 10.
Yeah, I think it's just level 10.
Oh, okay.
Man, that's the biggest pain in the butt when they give you the standard stuff for your ship,
Mhm.
and you have to get rid of it because there's too much in your inventory.
Oh, yeah.
So frustrating.
Was the second account message because you PM'd her and told her I was here?
No, I put it right in chat that you were there.
I don't see it.
It's way before. It's like 30, 40 minutes ago.
Oh, before I actually clicked on the join game button.
Yeah, probably. But you were in chat, so I knew you were here. And I didn't know if you were here in there.
That was funny because I was talking to you for a few minutes and you weren't saying anything, and I was like,
I was
my
hearing
microphone
you.
is
and-
muted.
No, I was hearing. I thought I
No, you
heard
weren't.
you. I
I
wasn't. You
thought
were
my
muted?
microphone was
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard your voice at one point. I'm like, is that Fur? Because Pi said
yeah.
you might be here, and I'm like, oh, that'd be fun. I haven't seen you forever. All right.
Snuck in yesterday and snuck in tonight. So I guess I'll probably see you tomorrow a little bit.
You'll probably see me tomorrow a little bit. But let me end this and we can talk for a little bit. All right. On behalf of the Darkmom Consortium, I'm Mom. That's Fur. Say hi.
Hi.
And that's Frost.
Hi.
And Frost.
Hi.
Musin, are you still there? Von Marcus?
I'm here. Mucin's lighting up, but I can't hear him.
Okay. Musin,
Yeah,
we can't hear
Musin
you.
is lighting up.
Quantus, are you still here?
I am. Good night.
Good night. And Pi.
Good night.
All right, everyone. Have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow to run the 2 new missions. We won't talk spoilers for Picard tomorrow, so you can jump in and join us. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
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 I'm gonna set up a raid, okay?
Go set up a raid. I'm going to figure out how to turn it.
Wow. That's because people, it's because people like to have fun. So guess what? I should have said it while I was on this, while you were live on the stream, but it wouldn't matter as much. I can't tell you who the names are, but my wife's friend went to a con where in South Carolina. Lisa, where who do you think? No, I think it was South Carolina. Where did she go? Or was it Georgia? For this. Where was she when she got this? Oh, okay. So I guess I actually bought at her local game store, but there was a Game Informer magazine there with the Star Trek Online cover to it, and it's signed by, I'm assuming, the developers. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. I was like, I got it for a Christmas present. I opened it up. I'm like, holy shit! I wish I knew